Hey, folks, we
Yo.
might be drunk. Here we are. We're back.
We're back. We're here. Good to see you, buddy.
You too. What do you got there?
I got this little "We Might Be Drunk" shirt on. I think it's kind of, and you got one
That's
too.
a beauty, yeah.
Where can we get these shirts, Matt? We might be drunkpod.com. Are we the same person or not? And you also got us. I saw this. Someone posted this that I follow. Sunny D. Is it like KFC? They're not actually Delight anymore.
No, I think
It's not
it's
real Delight.
Maybe.
Like it's not real chicken at KFC.
Right.
That's true.
Sunny D vodka seltzer. I always have to try this.
We
shit.
gotta try
You
it.
want ice?
No,
It's a seltzer.
It's a seltzer. It's cold. He put it in the fridge.
Thank you. Oh, this is great for getting kids drinking. That's what I like. Get the youth.
Hey, to a new beginning.
Yes. I need my vitamin D.
Not bad.
Hey.
I kinda like it.
Goes down easy.
And we're not getting paid for this. This is pure curiosity.
Yeah, 0 sugar, 95 cal.
It's all chemical, but it's good.
All right, kids. If you need to start drinking, this is the one to do.
This is like, remember, like, this is the shit that you're like, if you don't get orange juice, you drink.
Yeah, my mom hated this shit. I was like, can we get
Me
Sunny
too.
D? She
I
was
wanted
like,
Sunny
"All
D because I was
chemicals."
a dumb kid. I saw the commercials.
It worked. Purple stuff, fruit juice, Sunny D.
Oh my god! When I was a little kid at summer camp, they'd give you the like pure sugar water, and I'd be like, "This is what we should have in the house." And my mom's like, "You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I
That's
bought
not
it too.
real. There's no nutrition."
Totally. What the hell are
What
you
is
doing?
this, Alakis?
It's a Sunny D commercial. I'm queuing it up.
Let's see.
Wow, what year?
91.
Wow.
They got me with this shit. Look
Me
at that
too.
bottle.
Oh, it's glowing. Purple stuff. I fell for it. It worked. Wow, she had a second one backed up.
By the way, no kid this age is nice to their mother.
That's true.
That's how you know this is bullshit. No, there's no 15-year-old with their friends who's like, "Oh, cool, mom, you should hang out with us." All right.
Oh yeah, no.
And guess what? If the mom was hanging out this much, one of the kids is fucking her.
Yeah, I was trying to be like, I'll give you some D. It ain't sunny though. It's dark.
I gotta be honest, I kind of dig this.
It's pretty good. Goes down easy.
I'm a sucker in the summer for these like trashy like. I like White Claw.
I do
like,
too.
I like all that shit.
High noon is great. That's
It's
a
all
great
good.
beverage. But now I got my morning drink.
Oh yeah,
So this will be good.
Start early.
Yeah. It was all sugar back then. The cereals were sugar. The Sunny D was sugar. The Kool-Aid was sugar. It was all sugar.
Kool-Aid. That was the Burt Kreischer app.
Oh.
We combined Kool-Aid with alcohol.
That fucked me up. I was hungover for like 9 hours at night. That night,
Really?
I was like, ugh, my head.
Yeah, that one fucked us up.
Yeah.
A 3-hour app where Bert just doesn't stop drinking.
Cut to Bert. He's at the cellar, just like, woo! And I was like, ah, my head. I was popping Tylenol. He's like, you're a fucking pussy.
If this were a movie, it would just cut to us at Bert's funeral. We're just like, that guy partied way too hard.
Yeah. I don't want to see the end of that film.
Well, we're going to, probably.
Yeah. True. Well,
And
at least
we
you
got to see his movie.
Oh yeah, at least you got that in the can.
Yeah.
Good for you, Bert. I'm gonna hang out with him tomorrow. We're both doing the mothership.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We got to get him back on here when the movie comes out.
Yeah, he's in New York a lot. He'll be doing press, so yeah, we'll have him back.
All right.
Just buckle up, because it's gonna be a long one.
I know. That's one. We can't double up. We've been doubling up some of these days because, Mark's going to Australia.
Yep.
I'm doing a 2-week bus run. Great, but it's like, holy shit.
It's a lot, but man, that time off's gonna be wacky. We're gonna be coming back rusty, and I'll be tan. I'll have an accent. Good day, mate.
I've got an anecdote for you, Sam. That was my Australian. That wasn't very good. Look,
Yeah.
I like the jacket too. By the
Oh,
way.
thank you. It was a free one from the Netflix Fest.
Looks good.
Yeah, I hate the artist, though. That's a little cheesy. You know what sucks about this? I was on a flight once, and this lady goes, "Are you an artist?" And I was like, "Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm an artist." She goes, "What kind of artist? Singing, dancing?" And I was like, "Painter. Shut up."
You said painter?
Yeah, I was like, "I'm a painter. Leave me alone." I just didn't want to talk.
Yeah, I said, I'll paint you naked.
Woo, that was in Titanic. They painted her.
Oh, yeah. Pull up that clip that I sent you, Syracuse.
Uh-oh.
Someone sent me this one. Do you get the audio on?
Yeah, I don't know where to start it, but
Wait, can you make it bigger?
Do you want it, actually? There you go.
There we go.
Wait,
Okay, you want to cue it up? Tell us what we're looking at before I
Start
hit
it over. Just someone sent me. It's a guy singing a song. You can't make it bigger than that?
No, it does
Is
a
this
weird
a
thing. if I do
mentally challenged
Yeah,
fella?
there we go. I don't know what's going on here.
Stand
I'm
by.
getting in trouble for this clip. I don't know.
that. This is as
What
big
does
as
it say
gets
here?
before it
Is this on
starts to get
Twitter?
weird.
It says new wheels on the back on the
There we
block.
go.
New
Yeah.
wheels on the block.
Why is there a laugh track?
People were like,
Bigger problems. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. This is gold. Oh, this is the Muslim national anthem. Straight. Who are these guys? We got to get these guys on here.
this is the #1 show in Yemen right now. wait.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh man, we got to get them in here. I mean, if I was Simon Cowell, that's a pass.
Restart it. Play it again.
This is a bit. All right, from the top.
Woo,
5, 6,
this
7.
is gold.
This is insane.
Yeah. Is this your feed?
Who is laughing at this shit?
I am.
I mean, besides in the crowd, I mean.
Thank God for the subtitles, though. Let's be honest. Without the subtitles, this is just a hate crime.
Some record producer in the crowd's like, "Kid, you've got the goods. This could go straight to #1."
Cut to, you know that sound you're looking for? This is it. Barry Gordy.
Kid, you've got the goods.
Oh, wow. This is comedy gold. You got to be bringing stuff in like this more often. This is really something. Man.
New wheels on the block, Peter. says.
It's funny
There was
because
another one I could send you.
they're
too.
like mentally challenged or physically challenged, but yet they're being dicks. They're like, at least I'm not gay. I'm in a wheelchair, but I ain't gay. That's gold. And they can get away with it.
Mark wishing he was in a wheelchair right now.
I know. I'm like, oh.
Mark's like, I would push all kinds of boundaries.
Oh, yeah. I'm curtailing my act and pulling shit out. Man, if I was one of these guys, I'd have it made.
Oh, no, I couldn't find it. It was another one that was pretty good.
I'll search it. What do you think
That
it
is
was?
good
It
stuff.
was guy and girlfriend on a roller coaster without a seatbelt.
Those roller coaster videos are insane, where the guy's like not strapped in and everyone else having a great time, and he's like, he's so
what it
scared.
is.
Oh, great! All right, these are awesome.
Is that it?
I feel for the guy.
It's a black
but
couple. I don't
they're
know.
fun
Yeah,
to
it's a
watch.
black couple right here.
All right, let's see. Give it a shot.
This
Oh,
isn't a
God.
prank though.
Yeah, this is it.
This guy's already nervous. You can tell.
Oh, it's a prank.
He's not loving it. Oh. Oh, he's going T-Rex. Oh, man. She's having a great time.
Meanwhile, we could put the music.
This looks like me and my This looks like me and my wife having sex, except I'm the guy enjoying it, and she's like, this sucks. Oh, here we go. That was some great movements. Yeah. This shit is gold. That was just involuntary, straight up fear.
Pete Correale used to have a joke about, he goes, when I have sex with my wife, it's like she's tanning and I'm getting in her light. She's just like,
One of the first jokes I ever wrote was trying to get head with my girlfriend, was like trying to feed a kid medicine, like big bit of mine. That was the early days. I remember all my early stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So bad in bed. Me and my first girlfriend decided to lose our virginity to each other. I bled.
I remember that one.
That was a big
I
one.
remember my first joke. It was like, my English teacher said, I think you're like a young Hemingway. And I was like, because I'm a good writer? She goes, no, you're an alcoholic who's going to kill himself.
That's a good joke.
I was
That
young.
holds up.
That's a young one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Let's see. What else did I have?
That was like one of the first ones that hit.
Yeah. I had a whole thing about people always say, oh, my license picture. I'm so ugly in my license picture. And I would go, no, that's what you look like.
That's good.
That was a big one.
That's a good joke. I remember those when we were doing those like comic sets. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
14th and 9th, baby.
Well, you had that big Sage Theater show.
Yeah.
Which for like a Brooklyn open mic alt guy, that was like heaven.
That was a good show.
It was packed. It was young people. They were drinking.
That was crazy. I don't know.
It was in a warehouse. I mean, a theater.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I still have videos of that on my app, on my, what do you call it, iMac.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I pull those on the Patreon.
Damn. Oh, should we pull? We don't have guests here. Should we play the one of our trailer?
Yeah, you have it?
Can we play that real quick?
How long's the trailer?
It's like 3 minutes.
Oh,
Hey,
shit. Party's over. Wait. Yeah, you want one?
I'll try one.
Try it. They're pretty good. Purple stuff. Oh, shit.
All right, I'm sending this to you. You could just play it, right?
Okay, yeah. Did you guys spend a lot of time getting kicked out of class?
Not gay. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah?
got kicked out of class all the time.
What for?
Oh, cutting up, talking,
And just like
saying
Everything.
shit.
A little bit of this.
Wow, that was a great one.
I was a pro. That's Norman farts in real life. I'll do that.
Whoa, you got that down. Can
Pretty
you teach
good.
me that?
Really?
Yeah, I could never do it.
We gotta do the fast ones.
Whoa!
And then you got the other one.
Damn!
Slow one, yeah. And I had to have all the tricks.
here's the king right here.
Man, that was impressive. Wait, what are you pulling up here? Nice. Good memory.
What do you call me sometime when you have no class? You're all right. You're all right, Sally.
Did you send me that thing?
I sent it to you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is we talked about in the Greg Warren app where we said we couldn't sell a special that was like a blue collar comedy tour style special. This is the trailer. 3 minutes. Should we play it?
Yeah, I mean, if they can stomach 3 minutes.
I think it's pretty cool.
Now, what year are we talking?
5 years ago.
It's gotta
No
be
way.
20,
It's way longer.
2015, 16.
All right, we'll play it.
That's the Comedy Cellar. Great shot. Who shot this? Jason Katz?
Yeah.
Yes! This next guy, you know him from his Hours special. He's fucking hilarious. Please
Sean
go
Donald
for
is.
Sam,
Oh, yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
This is me, Norman, and Joe List trying to sell a joint special.
We're living in weird times, you know. People are mad at men right now. We got to make some changes. I'm watching less office porn, personally. Because I used to really like office porn, but now when I see it, I'm like, he should not have done that.
It's like Haida Weinstein.
There should be a guy that comes on at the end, like, he does not work here anymore. Okay? That was unacceptable.
Keep that clapping going. Put your list, ladies and gentlemen.
We have to
little
break
dark.
up me and Norman because we're too
At the
similar.
airport the other day, on the LaGuardia
Right.
Airport in Queens. They were playing "Welcome to the Jungle" by
Oh,
Guns
this is a
N'
great
Roses at the airport. That's a weird airport song. I think it's a little much. I'm a rock and roll guy. I'm cool. I can rock, but I'm just walking to the terminal. I hear. Hey, can we cool it down a little bit? It's 7:30 a.m. Also, it's a little unnerving to be boarding a flight and hear, "You're gonna die!"
Keep that clapping going for Mark Norman, ladies and gentlemen.
So did we all have sets that night, or did we work this out?
we worked it out.
Oh, okay.
This guy would not shut up. Wouldn't it be nice if
I
there was a
can't
no
watch
small
me.
talk option on the app? But there isn't, so you gotta find your own way to quiet the guy. I like to scare
Wonder
him.
if this will be a Jew
You know, he's
joke.
like, how about this traffic, huh? What do you think's causing this? I'm like, probably the Jews. He's like, I give this
All
ride
right.
5 stars of David.
Had to get a pun in. Three
Girl the other
NYC
night, we're in my apartment.
comics.
She's like, I don't want to have sex. I said, oh, that's fine. She goes, wow, you're
Were you
a
Bamford?
great guy. I was like, that's all it takes?
That's an
I'm
old
pretty
pick.
sure the alternative is a felony. So
Can we maybe hold off on that for a second? We're literally playing audio, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. It's like,
One
just puts an axe to the table. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
One second.
Get more noises. There we go.
Daniel passed on the special too.
But it's hard to talk dirty when you're married because you have to segue back into your regular life together. You know what I mean? You can't get too dirty. It's hard to be like, step on my balls and choke me. And then be like, I'll do the dishes if you vacuum. Isn't that cool?
I went to the Women's March. That was cool. Although I gotta say, I haven't heard the word pussy yelled that much since that time I rollerbladed to high school.
It's a little dark.
every mass
Can't see
shooter,
anything.
he was a quiet man. That's what they say. He was very quiet. That should be part of the background check for guns. Like, you want this gun, you better be fucking chatty.
Chatty, perfect word.
I get very anxious when I fly. I'm not afraid of a crash. I'm afraid of a conversation. That's what I hate about flying. I was on a flight the other day. The guy next to me was like, what do you do? And I was like, I mind my own business on airplanes.
One of of my friends like a big beer guy. You know, he's like, we gotta go to a brewery. Like, why can't we just go to a bar? He's like, it's fun. You can see how it's made. I don't care how it's made. Look, I like porn. I don't need to go to a broken home.
All right, we get it. But I think it was a pretty cool thing we did, and we couldn't sell this, but it was, it was...
What was the exact premise? Because obviously it's 3 comics.
Jokes. We're like, a lot of comics are doing like the one-man show type shit. And our premise was just all of us doing 20 minutes, hard, fast jokes.
Yes.
And that's why we shot it like this. And, we couldn't sell it, but it was fun even to make it, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, not saying it was our idea, but then Netflix came out with the 15 minutes and then the half hours. And, this was a good idea.
Yeah, I think we were probably too similar on one show, but I thought that's what was kind of cool about it. Is that we were all just guys who were like kind of throwbacks.
Yes, and the other alternative title was 3 of a Kind, because like, hey, we're similar. We have jokes back to back. But fun thing to do, but it's funny if you got Berkowitz on this now, this would sell for a couple mil, and we'd say, fuck you, we're going to do the road.
I mean,
we'll do our own hours.
It was very discouraging, I remember, trying to sell this and getting like a maybe from Quibi. It's like literally like a joke, like a company that folded in like 2 months was like, we'll see.
Yeah, and their idea was like, we'll make it a series, so then another group of 3 friends will have a show, then another group of 3
and
friends.
The secret sauce is right there in front of you. It's these 3 guys.
And we felt weird about doing that. I think Mark and Joe and I were all kind of like, we feel weird about, because then they're going to get involved in like, if we get to book all the comics, we were down.
Which they didn't like.
But then also, like, do we even want to be bookers?
Exactly. And then they were throwing out
Peters do it for the podcast. We don't want to book people on the podcast.
Yeah. And they were like, how about this guy? Or how about this lady? And we're like, oh, they suck. And they're like, yeah, but she's in a wheelchair. And we're like, I don't care. And they didn't like that.
Yeah, his punchline is, I'm not gay. I'm like, you got to listen to it, man. It's fucking crazy.
I'm not gay. I'm still straight. That's cool. That's like sitting on a cock because I'm gay. That's what that reminds me of. Great bit.
Oh, dude.
Man, good
to
find.
see you, Beer Jew.
Hey, Beer Jew. What's shaking? Sorry about that. We were
in a moment right there.
Yeah.
We were in a time capsule.
You were basically the guy who walks into the movie theater late and he's like, hey, where are we sitting? You're like, Sarah's Sharon Stone's crossing her legs here. So, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good scene.
Oh, yeah. I've
did
rewound
you jerk off to that movie a lot as a kid?
Oh, yeah. The ice pick, all that shit. Yeah.
Did you jerk off to murder?
Yeah. Well, a naked woman killing a guy.
It was same with Gone Girl. There's something hot about a woman being that fucking batshit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
you got type. What was the first moment you knew you were straight? You're like, oh.
I know mine.
What is it?
Dirty Dancing.
Wow.
Feel free to pull this up. The underwear scene where Jennifer Grey and the other blonde lady are dancing together and like kneeling and crawling towards each other. I got my first boner that I ever remember. I was at my old house in New Orleans. Parents were there. I didn't know what was happening. I thought something was broken. Very exciting. Must have been like 89 or something.
I got a confession to make. I've never seen Dirty Dancing.
Well, I mean, it's not great.
It's one of those movies. You always miss a couple.
Yeah,
and like that's one that I know is a classic. And
it's just a sexy rom-com-y kind of. Yeah, it's when the girl.
I saw Roadhouse late too. I was late in a couple.
I saw that late too.
Great fun, but like, and Sam Elliott and shit.
This is it. He's watching them, and the music's great. They're all hot. They're all sexy and sweaty, and they're in the warehouse after hours learning a dance. This is my first boner.
I had a theory about that montage that it was like at the beginning it's guy girl, then it's
look at these outfits.
And then it's a guy watching 2 girls.
Yes, which he's doing.
Structured like a porn.
Oh, you might have something here. That blonde is so hot. And Jennifer Grey was so pretty.
Remember Tom McCaffrey's joke about the guy who's jerking off in the corner of the porn? Like, I thought that was weird, and then I realized, that guy's there, so I have a character that I can relate to. Such a simple premise.
So funny. Man, he's great.
He is
great
so funny.
Comedy mind. This was it. The underwear. I mean, come on. I was, a wee toddler And this is pre-internet porn, so this was really something.
I'm thinking of what year did Wild Things come out? That was a big one for me.
96, I'm gonna say.
Maybe 97. Yeah, I mean that was. Denise Richards, Nev Campbell. It's pretty hot for sure.
Well, you're gonna go off of that. I was enjoying that. All right. Man, that was bringing me back. Also, it was a simpler time when you didn't have just MILF access at your fingertips. So you really had to cherish these bikinis and everything.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, who's this? Looks like a guest. Bring him in. Hey! Happy birthday!
Hey,
What's shaking? Good to see you, buddy.
So we'll sit here. Is our next guest going to sit here?
Yeah, there or there, whatever you want.
Whatever, I don't care.
We're talking our first boners.
Yeah.
Wild Things.
Wild
Dirty
Things
Dancing.
was up there for me. I think just like young Denise Richards, Starship Troopers too.
Forget about it.
I mean, any of those '90s like sexy. What were your like early movies, guys? Like
Porky's.
Porky's was big.
Time.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Although a lot of those scenes are rape, if you look back. I mean, they could double as like an SVU episode now, but you're like. But in the time, I was like, "Fucking, we've got Bush. Let's go." I love it.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he give her oral without her consent? And then she decided afterwards she liked it.
Yes, which made it okay.
Yeah.
Which he was sweating. He was like, "Thank God."
Yeah, which I guess in Sweden now that it's like.
What the
Sweden,
hell?
They changed the law.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Rape convictions went up 75% in Sweden.
Whoa!
Because you need like contractual paperwork now.
No.
They've widened the definition of rape to include being in the room.
Damn.
Together.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like
cancel that honeymoon.
Yeah. Full consent. It has to be consensual. It's not enough that it was forced. It has to be like there's got to be like a video documenting that she said yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not making that up.
That's tough times over in Sweden.
Damn.
Or good times if you're a lady.
I get, but I think a lot of ladies like a little bit of mystery.
You better keep that talk out of Sweden.
Hey, I'm married.
Mystery's a great way to put it.
How was your sexual assault? Mysterious.
Mysterious. It's like an Alfred Hitchcock novel.
But I don't think a lot of ladies are like, hey, we're in the mood, sign this.
That's right.
I'm just saying my wife would hate that.
Yeah.
She likes a real slam against the wall, drugged, knocked out. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Norman in his household. Why I order?
Yeah, they do.
Why are you on Spank Bang?
I couldn't find this anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, the old Jamie Lee. What a body. Jerkmate.
Don't you hate when you're in a hotel room and it's like, welcome to Jerkmate? You're like, keep it down.
Woo, she was a hermaphrodite.
That's not true.
That's rumors.
That's not true.
That's Richard Gere had a gerbil in his butt.
Yeah.
Phil Collins invited that guy to the concert as revenge, and Jamie Lee Curtis has a penis.
And none true, right?
I don't think any of them were true.
Don't forget Rod Stewart drank a gallon of cum or whatever that one was.
That was another one, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
A gallon of cum.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
I don't know, but this was a movie seller.
Hydrating. A gallon is half his body weight.
But back in the day, if a woman had tits out in a movie, that was like, oh, we got to go see that movie.
Yeah.
Like, that was enough.
Yeah, she had a great rack there.
Yeah.
Huge
Can you
rack.
imagine trying to yank to that now?
Oh, forget about it.
It's
My dick would be like, don't even wake me up for this. What are you doing?
You'd look down, there'd be no skin left.
Yeah, right.
What is Phil Hanley's line about that? Like, this girl, she gave me a still photo. She's like, I want you to jerk off to this. And he's like, what am I, a World War II GI?
Oh, that's funny. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They could just read a letter.
Yeah.
My dearest Hannah. That was an old Geraldo bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
I used to lay the magazines out like Calvin Klein ads, and then do like moving pictures with my eyes.
It's like a compilation
yeah,
porn.
Yeah, I do a compilation. Look over here, look over there.
It's the Amish version.
Yeah. That was back when you needed a VHS.
Yeah.
And they weren't easy to get.
No.
It wasn't easy to get.
And they were weird in blue or orange. For mine was orange.
Yeah.
My
The hard
porn.
thing before everything was accessible on the internet, you would have to like go to a weird bodega, and a guy with a lazy eye, I'm telling my story, would sell it to me, and he would just give us free porn. He would just he if we bought one, he like thought it was funny that we were so young, we were like kids, so he would just give us. I remember he gave me one that was just like fat chicks. And I was a kid, I was curious. I was like, I want to see, and then he gave me it was called Older Rod Riders. Was the other one. It's older women. I remember my dad found that DVD and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, that was a talk. Older rod riders. That one good.
No, yeah. That's when guys used to pay porn forward. You know, you'd use it and then pass it on.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like doing good deeds. You'd use it, done with it, pass it on.
The cool older brother in every like teen sex comedy was like, I bestow to you my DVD collection.
And you would, like the VHS, you would rewind it so much or fast forward it sometimes, it would rip, and then you'd tape it back together.
Wear and tear.
And there'd be a little slither part.
Yeah.
And you'd fast forward past it, and you just have to, you'd have to enjoy it with the fuzz in it. Yeah.
Totally. I lived in a building in college with like a bunch of dudes in this building, and we all had a different unit. And when one guy left, we all made friends. One guy left, and in my mailbox was just a wad of Wii. Remember Wii? O-U-I? Pull this up.
Wii?
It was a magazine. It was a porn magazine. Wii is yes in French.
Oh, so this is New Orleans stuff.
Yeah. So this was scummy, slimy. I mean, this was beyond Penthouse. This
Way
was
better
naughty.
than that other French magazine, No Means No. It's just not as good.
Isn't this just like a regular like Vanity Fair for French people?
Yeah, I guess so. But he left me a wad of these, and it was the best day of my life as a college kid.
There was some of that shit you would do it too early as a kid. I remember like the first time I saw Cherry magazine, I was like, I'm not ready.
Oh, Cherry's big.
I need to stick with like Hustler or Playboy. I wasn't ready for Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry was young girls.
Was it?
Was that what it was?
That's why they call it Cherry, because you were like popping the cherry.
Oh, I didn't even know. Well, I remember like Club was a little more hardcore.
Yeah. There was a couple of them. Club,
I think Cherry was like teens.
Oh.
It's kind of weird that teens is still a Googleable category, right? Isn't teen?
Well, 18 is legal.
But only for two. There's like 7 other teens.
That's true.
There's more teens that are not legal than there are.
It should be called late teens.
It should be called late teens.
You're right.
It should just be called 18 and up.
Yeah, why are we tempting any
It's just teen seems.
All right, you're killing me with this porn here. You're distracting me. I can't.
You look like the dude that goes to the porn store in that dumb hat right now.
This was full muff era.
Yeah.
You look like you're wearing a disguise right now.
You look like you're in an old jerk theater. You look like
yes.
You look like what's missing is the fake mustache you have on.
You look like the cops have removed the raincoat to book you.
You're just a giant erection. We're like, oh my god. Man, have you heard Ronan Hirschberg's bit about how we owe Pee Wee Herman an apology?
That's a great
for
bit.
doing what he was exactly supposed to be doing in a porn movie theater.
Fred Willard too.
He did it too.
He got busted in a porn theater.
Yeah. I guess the thing was he was Pee Wee Herman, so it's like he was a kid.
Yeah,
You know, he's like a kid star. We should know that by now. Like whatever you think the person is or whatever they're famous for, they are probably the opposite of that.
Ellen.
Yeah.
Ellen, Cosby.
It's just
priests.
Yeah,
it's so
priests,
true. Yeah. There should be a word for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Liar?
you're right. Well, like a lot of clean comics are fucking psychos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ones who don't curse, those are the ones you got to watch for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chris. Keith Alberstadt. Look under his bed. There's a dead prostitute somewhere in the Midwest.
You hear that, Andy Hendrickson? We're coming for you. No one knows who these people are.
The nicest guys too.
Yeah, funny guys, nice guys.
Do you remember, this was the Muff days when it was just full. When it was full bush.
Yeah.
So you'd see a penis
I'm glad I
disappearing
missed
into
that
the
era.
abyss. It was just like
Never got. It gets messy. The wetness, the jizz in the hair. It's not a great moment.
Yeah.
it was definitely harder on oral.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're doing this shit. You know, you're sifting.
Yeah. I mean, Muff made me think I was gay for a couple of years.
Oh,
Just because I admit I wasn't into oral, because every time I went down there, a lot of the fumes get caught in the hair.
Oh.
So I was like, well, I guess if I don't love oral, that means I probably should check in on penises or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, you got the muff right on the nose.
It was right there. You get hair in your mouth. It
Even
was
in the 90s. Yeah, I mean, there was no girls when we were young shaved. It was like Kobe in the 90s when he had a little mini fro.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like 2008, he shaved it. I was like, thank God.
And they both hit a chopper. All right. Jesus Christ. But yeah, he did have a little cute fro. Jeez,
Kobe,
what'd you pull the darkest? What is that? Blackface? What are you doing here? Is that Al Jolson? Oh, there we go.
What are we drinking, by the way, Beer Jew? What's on the...
We're just doing like a little margarita action, but if you want to get experimental, I was thinking of doing like a little cross between like a traditional margarita and a paper plane.
I would love a weird little
right,
journey.
bring it on.
I didn't know what was going on. I just thought he was there supposed to be mixing drinks the whole podcast. Like just, I just heard ice shaking. I was like, how long does it take to make 3?
The worst audio podcast idea ever. Just a guy. It's authentic.
Is that what AMDR is? ADM, SMR? What is that? It's where you get turned on by noises?
I love ASMR.
What is
I fall asleep
that?
to it. So it's like girls like whispering to you.
Really?
Yeah, it's great if you have like a cold mom.
Yeah,
If you didn't get enough hugs. So it's just girls who whisper to you and they help you fall asleep and feel nice.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta try this.
And they make like sounds on the mic. They make like crackle noises.
Huh.
And it's just like a lot of them are hot and they make a lot of people tune in. Some of them got millions of views.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. Because I do the Babbling Brook and the Rain. I've done all that shit, but I never did a lady.
Oh, check out ASMR. Yeah.
I do a noise machine. You got to have something going these days.
Yeah.
You can't just be sober.
No, I put a podcast in one ear.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ASMR. It gives you like tingles. It feels like someone's...
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's how burnt out we are. We need to go back to the senses. You know?
I think this girl was on Cherry Magazine.
Yeah, it's getting... we're at content overload a little bit.
Yeah. We are. It's all our rods and cones are fried.
I was just walking through Manhattan, and it has a Cleveland-like feel out there.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I was thinking probably like 70% of office space is now podcast studios, probably.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Like this was probably a law
Thank
firm
you.
at one point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Norman and Morril.
Well,
What can we do for you?
it starts out as like sweatshoppy, you know.
Cheers, fella. Great to see you, Yannis. It's been too long.
It's been a while.
A lot of escape rooms too. You know, and vape shops. Those took over a lot of spaces. But
Yeah.
it started out as like sweatshop, warehouse shit, like Soho, Tribeca. That was all like meat,
This is great.
meat packing, sweatshops, fabric making, sewing machines going 100%. And then it was apartments. And now you're right. It's going into podcasts.
That's the worst thing you could say about a city is, though, it's got a Cleveland-like feel. It
Yeah.
means things are
that was
going... I
me.
love Cleveland, but it means things are going a little down.
Even the most loyal Cleveland fans did not take that positively. They knew exactly what I was talking about.
I mean, I will say, too, Cleveland Hilarity is still like my favorite, one of my
Great
favorite
club.
clubs in the country.
And it's great to get a bat that you can't bring on the plane. So random that Nick gives
I know.
he gives you a bat after you're done at Hilarities.
Put your name in engraved
Put your
in it.
name in it, and you're just like,
What's
all
the
right,
connection between a club and a...
There is none. It's random.
He's got like a friendship with a guy
Yeah.
who makes like wooden
It's like if
stuff.
you just came on one night and my wife just had a fishing rod for me. Just
Right.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Virzi!
Oh, another guest here.
We need
We need
another
a fourth drink.
There we
Hello,
go.
brother. How are you?
What's up, man?
What's
Thanks
up?
for
What's
doing
up?
it. We're just hanging out. Get this man a drink, will you? Can you drink? Yeah. All right. I didn't know if you were driving.
We also have Sunny Delight vodka if you want to try
no
this.
pressure. So we try
It's
to
not bad, actually.
seduce children
Sonny
with this.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, they're definitely not being subtle about who they're marketing to.
I know, right?
Yeah, poor kids.
That's horrible.
Are you Hispanic? Have you?
No.
Did you grow up on grape drink?
Are you trying to fuck the Dominican kid next door?
Have you? Did you grow up on yellow water with sugar?
Woo.
How you been, Paul?
Next we got
Yeah, how you been?
rum Drake cakes. All right. That was a stretch.
Have you been on the road? a lot
Yeah, just touring, man. Yeah. You? I'm just
all of us. We're
still devastated about the Knicks.
It feels like we just got on a train at different stops. And
Yeah.
what's going on? Let's do a podcast.
Start jerking
Dude, I
off
need a pop,
so it feels
man.
like a train.
Someone choke out a homeless guy.
Yeah. I almost saw a shootout on the A train on the way here.
Yeah.
Guy had a knife.
Really?
Two cops holding the guns, just like, oh, don't do it, man, don't do it. And the guy is like, it's just a knife, just a knife. And then I got on the train.
Yeah, New York.
Was he black? The guy with the guy with the knife
black. Two white cops, black guy. And the worst part was there was some lady with her head shaved, and she was filming it like she was a hero. She's like, in case something goes down, I'll get the footage. And you're like, get out of here.
Yeah,
Let
it's
the
like-
cops do their thing. What are you doing? This guy's got a knife.
Oh, dude, I could
That's
use
so
a
bad that like now that do something means like grab your phone.
Completely.
Yeah, they don't even do anything. They just look at it. They just
Yeah.
watch somebody get beaten.
Yes.
It's fucked up,
You ever
man.
think about how rare it is to have an unfilmed moment? And like
It's wild.
Even when someone kills someone or something, like now you can watch the security footage of like the whole murder. Like him going into, you could like the documentary is just like him going into the apartment, him coming out, him going to the store to buy the cleaning products. It's like everything is filmed.
Well, that George Floyd thing was like awkwardly long. How they just watched it for that long.
I know, it was like fast forward,
and they were just, and it was just still. Yeah.
Okay, get some editing in here. Come on.
Mark's looking at the DVDs like skip scene.
I wanted the commentary. Sorry. But yeah, no, it was so long. It was crazy.
It was long.
No, it was,
You think
like The Irishman? It needed some editing.
Except the violence was way more realistic.
Yeah.
I wonder if the guy who filmed the Zapruder footage, they were like, come on, asshole, always filming. Enjoy the moment. He's
Back then it was weird.
Yeah. That's
now
true.
it's like, do we not film anything? 4 guys who are on a podcast right now. No, we film everything.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Imagine?
Thank
like,
you
if
so
The
much, dude.
Godfather was
Cheers.
made
Cheers, everybody.
Oh,
Cheers.
hey, mazel.
Cheers.
Oh, salut.
Cheers.
Just a little
Cheers.
tequila?
One more.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beer Jew.
Cheers.
What kind of tequila are we doing?
Casamigos.
Let's see. Hard to say no.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really nice. It has like a little bitterness to it too. So if something's a little sweet, takes it off.
I love it.
Really well done. Yeah.
Very nice.
Real nice.
Let me just say this.
Booyah. Oh, shit.
Oh, did you just shit yourself? Dude, that's a shit your pants.
That's what you call an uncooperative fart.
Mark is like LeBron. He's slowing down. I mean,
That was like
years of farting perfectly, and then he hits a certain age.
Oh, dude, I felt your pain with that. That was rough, dude.
That was like the George Floyd video. It was so long. But it did happen, but it was.
We
you
just
guys
kept
were all
watching.
talking over. It was like,
Yeah.
it was one of those.
Except now we can't breathe. This will play well on the internet. 4 white guys talking about this.
Actually, that's what thrives on the internet.
Have you seen Tim Dillon? He's doing very well.
This is where you call right-wing Hollywood.
Well, Tucker's out.
Yeah.
We might be
Tucker's out,
drunk
yeah.
as hell, I guess.
No writer strike here.
It's Austin's like Republican L.A. now. Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, it feels like
It's
it.
still pretty for
I
Texas,
feel like Austin's real
progressive as hell.
liberal.
But I mean, like the business, you know, like it's
The
like
Rogans, the Seguras, the whatever.
yeah, it's like tax evading kind of.
It's more like libertarian. It's like it's
libertarian.
distant, It's
Other than the comedy scene, it's a dump, dude. It's a fucking dump.
Yeah, I feel like what are the cities in Texas you guys can handle?
0.
Really?
Oh, I love.
No,
Texas.
I like Dallas, like the Addison
Love
Improv.
Dallas.
I like
Great
I
club.
like that. Yeah.
Great club.
San Antonio's great. You know, great Mexican food.
Great, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, got
What
the
else?
Spurs. You got a basketball team.
Yeah, they got a team.
They got
there.
Wembanyama.
And there's people walking up right
Just
there.
go, yeah.
You got the Riverwalk, that fake kind of canal.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
dirty stream you could jump over. They call it a
Great
river.
views, yeah.
Dirty street.
You can take a gondola ride and see a Best Western sign.
There's a needle floating next
People
to you.
fought and died here. Now fat people wear fanny packs and walk past there. It's
It's awkward when the Mexican goes to the Alamo. He's like, "This is cool." I'm like, is it?
It's weird when you go to those cities that have all those just scooters just flung about.
The bird scooters.
I'm always like, is anyone worried about all these missing kids?
Yeah.
It's like, was there a killer clown around here? Why are there fucking?
We'll find them. We just got to jangle these.
Yeah.
Children.
You like Texas or you don't like it?
I do.
Yeah.
Houston's like a little boring. It's it's fine.
It's so sprawling.
It's so that's my problem with Texas overall. Is like, and San Antonio, cool city, but you want to go anywhere, it's 25 minutes. in the car.
Everywhere.
That's
Highway.
the same problem with LA. It's
That's
like,
true, yes.
Like you go to LA and you're like, people are like, come hang out. You're like, cool. On my Waze it says that you're an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
10 miles. But
Yeah.
that's,
There's
that's
no
my issue.
subway
Yeah.
or anything.
You could never leave New York, right? You're
No,
a New York guy.
but you're outside the city, but you're still here.
Still here. Yeah, I could never leave. You?
I'm buying a place in Brooklyn. I'm here to stay.
in.
I just like it here. I go somewhere else. It's fun to visit. It's fun to leave New York, but you got to come back.
Right.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the treadmill's not on, I won't run. In New York, the treadmill is definitely on.
It's like a narcissistic woman who you're in a relationship with who fucks really good.
Yes.
But is toxic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very toxic.
The crazy good, the
but
crazy
you always
ones
run
are
back for
good in the sack.
zero.
Right, the city has an inflated sense of self.
Yes.
It
Yes.
tells you how great it is all the time, and you're like, you're not that great. And she's like, why don't you leave? And you're like,
You're
can't.
pretty great.
Yeah.
I can't, goddammit.
You're pretty
But
great.
Her
Yeah.
pussy stinks. I mean, it smells horrible. Always.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good puss, but the bags are piling up.
Yeah.
I saw a rat run out of it once. That's still
This is
great
incredible,
vagina.
man.
Yeah.
Isn't it good?
Yo, this is like dangerous good.
He's a pro.
This is like these go down too good.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of them, so don't worry.
All right, keep them coming.
Did they got you a stool back there? Or you just had attention the whole time.
I got a stool back here.
I was hammered on a plane last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from L.A. Me and my wife went to a wedding up in wine country.
Ooh.
Yeah, we were
nice.
and we were just hammered on the plane.
That's great.
Because we got to the Delta Sky Lounge like 2 hours early. 2 hours early. And they just started making cocktails. Oh, dude, like free. Like they just giving these purple margaritas, dude. Stacy got hammered. She passed out. And then I just stayed up and I was eating meatballs and shit. It was
I could never get on a plane drunk.
Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Occasionally I have a panic attack on a plane. And
Wow.
fully hydrated. I get on a plane, I prepare for war. I prepare for anxiety war. I'm like, anything could happen.
Don't you think
Even
the booze
buzzed?
would chill you out?
yeah.
No, the booze dehydrates you, and then I worry I'm dehydrated. Then the low oxygen. And
No, I see that's what weed would do to me, but there we go. He's back.
I'm back, baby.
LeBron, year 17.
Yeah, suck it, Curry.
I had my first panic attack ever, like a couple weeks ago in Baltimore. It was-
Ever? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Your first ever?
I had like a couple bad
Aren't you in your late
highs.
30s?
Yeah.
You should fucking call a synagogue and report that. Dude, like it's possible to go past 35 without having it. That's a fucking record.
It was like an hour long.
Yeah.
I woke up in the middle of the night just shaking. It was awful. It was terrible.
You were sweating and all that shit?
It was
yeah.
Middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like you woke up to a panic.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It
Dude,
was
I had my
not
first
good.
one in the 3rd grade, and I didn't know what. I thought I was dying. I was just sitting there, just looking around, freaking out in 3rd
Really?
grade. Like, that's unbelievable, 35.
Third grade.
Yeah,
Damn.
36.
What are you, like these
But
crazy?
yeah.
What's the problem in
Nah,
third
it
grade?
was just brutal divorce.
It's great.
Third grade.
through a
So
divorce.
young, you don't even know what the world is.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your bad dream or something?
Bad dream, and then I don't know. I just started. I was like, I'm dying. I thought I was dying. It was like an
Whoa.
hour of me thinking I'm dying, and
Heart racing,
the
right?
woman I was with like talking me off a ledge, and I was like, I'm okay. But it took me like an hour to think I was okay, and then the next day I was shaken up, and then
Man, that's a nice hooker.
So then she convinces us to go. I'm on tour with like my whole crew. It's Veter, Gary Veter, James Webb who films, and then we have a tour manager Brian, and she's like, we should go to a yoga class. We go to a Bikram yoga class, which by the way, I started going to like hot yoga. I love it. Bikram sucks. I don't like Bikram. It's an hour and a half. It's the hottest room. We're in Baltimore. It's the hottest room I've ever been in. And my tour manager Brian, who try to get deals everywhere, which is like great. I love him for doing it. We have a restaurant. He's like, I'm touring with an artist. He's a comedian. He'll do stuff. She does that when he does a yoga reservation. We go in there. So she goes, I hear we have a comedian in the room. And I'm just like, oh no. And he's like, do you want to tell a joke? And he could tell I'm like, fuck you. So he falls on the sword for us, and he goes, I'll tell a joke.
Good
He does
guy.
one of my bits. This is the bit he does. He goes, so my friend goes, my girlfriend just had a miscarriage in the shower, and I go, wow, worst baby shower ever. That's the joke he tells in a yoga class full of women. And the teacher goes, well, I'm triggered.
No laughs? No laughs, or did you get any?
There was one jacked black dude who laughed his ass off.
Thank God for the black crowd.
And she goes, well, I'm triggered. But then she goes, but you know what? Being triggered sometimes is good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And,
that's a
and she
good
goes,
sign.
I think it's important to be triggered. And then I was like, geez, of all the fucking jokes, she's like, that's the one that came to me. I was like, all right. Brian, God bless you.
Yeah, yoga teacher.
Joke, though.
It's an oldie.
It's a good one.
It's an oldie.
Yeah.
Just not appropriate in a yoga class.
Yeah.
He could have picked so many others being on the road with you. And
You were kind of like the Jackie Robinson of rape jokes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He was early.
Yeah.
Like, you were an early cancel. You were like,
I think of myself more as a Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
But sure.
yeah.
Because I said no, too. And
when was
the
that?
internet
Yeah, when was
threw you
that
under the bus.
no,
shit you got?
I'm
You were
definitely
early.
not. It was 2013 when they came at me.
Oh, because Colin Quinn talked about that. I remember we were at JFL and he did that address and he talked about that.
I know.
Yeah.
You didn't like that he did that?
No, I loved Colin. No,
yeah.
he was like, when I was getting, it was like the first big thing that happened to me, and you were kind of like, I was thinking it would be Conan, but here I am getting blasted on the internet and for jokes. I was like, they were structured jokes. I wasn't trying to actually offend anybody.
It's
You're telling jokes.
It's just a jokey joke. Like I remember when you opened for Jim Jeffries, I was standing next to him. You did that joke, and he goes, "That's a good joke."
Yeah, and I love Jim, by the way. But I remember, I wrote a response to all these hit pieces, jokes taken out of context, and all that. And I remember, I knew Colin well enough at the time to be like, "Would you read this?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's a good response. I would take this one line out. It makes you sound like a pussy." And I was like, "All right." So that was Colin being like, supportive as hell. So.
Yeah, it was early on. It's fun. It's interesting to think about that, like it's because it's like history now. You're like, wow, yeah, and you could see where it went.
That's like that was like the start of it.
That was pretty early.
Every article wrote about me, but they were writing about me in the most like passive aggressive way, where they'd be like, Daniel Tosh, did it too. But then a guy with no career, Sam Morril, did it, and I was like, all right. Well, I guess it's cool to get even bad press.
Hey, it kind of worked that way. It was like,
You got Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember Robbie Praw, who ran Netflix now, but ran Montreal at the time, was like, there was no way I was going to, let them win. I was like, all right, I mean, whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah. Do you like my act?
Yeah.
Like an
I'll
asshole.
take it, yeah. But I was appreciative that he said
Remember that Tosh thing? That was big.
That was big.
That made the news.
First big one.
Yeah.
It was around 2012 where it started.
Well, what was the joke with him?
It was a heckler in there.
He did a rape joke.
It was a rape joke, yeah.
And a woman was like, "That's not funny." And by the way, it killed. And she's like, "That's not funny." And he goes, "Wouldn't it be funny if a bunch of guys raped you right now?" And that killed too.
Yeah.
Not a bad line.
Yeah.
And
A little aggressive.
that's a little aggressive.
A little
But he was
aggressive in the moment.
He was angry at her because she interrupted the show, and they played that on the news. So all these people are like, "Can you believe it?" And Bill Burr has the great point. He's like, "You can't take it out of here and put it here where everyone else sees it. It's a different thing." That's like taking a stripper out of a strip club and putting her on the news.
But now that's what the internet is, right? If you put a tweet, everyone's just like, it's not your audience. It's not just your Twitter
People are over.
Dude, I'm feeling that already.
Seems
dude.
like it.
People are over.
I'll be right back.
He's going to call his agent and scrub this. But yeah, you got drunk on a flight. That's fun.
It was fun, man. It was cool to just be like up alone, drunk, dark.
Yes,
It's dark, 1 in the morning. My wife's just passed out, and I'm just like drinking prosecco and shit.
You had a nice little sober.
Well, yeah. So I stopped drinking for 60 days until like a week ago.
Whoa!
So I had like 60 days clean, no hangover. It felt amazing.
You're sharper.
Oh, dude,
You wake
everything
up.
everything in your life is better. But then I
know.
was at some outdoor, thing with like the hard cider over where we live and live music. And someone's like, "You want a hard cider?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's over."
That turns into 100.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just the one. The thing with me is, and Yannis will tell you, I can't. When I get the buzz, when I get the wheels greased, nobody will outlast me.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, really?
Nobody.
No, nobody. Like when I'll go 7, 8 in the morning and like just steady do it until everyone's
I
down.
said he's like a franchise player. He's a franchise player. You can build a team of partiers around him.
Really?
Oh, dude, I won't go down.
Yeah.
Have you gone with Bert?
And what's that?
Kreischer?
I never partied with Bert.
You would outdrink Bert.
But the thing is,
What?
Bert would go down before me.
Yeah, nobody
Come
goes down.
on.
Yeah, because it's almost like an indomitable will. It's like Jordan of players.
Wow.
Yeah, like we would.
He does it to spite. Like he wants to despite life and health.
No,
and
I just like the. Giannis was at the house. We had a little party. It's turned 3 in the morning. Everybody left. He's like, "We're watching a doc at 3 in the morning," and I had Lagavulin next to me.
Yeah.
And he just starts going, and he just saw me pouring it, and he goes, "What? Why?"
I know. We'll be like 4 in the morning.
He's like, "Why the
passed
fuck?"
Out. Like I'll be falling asleep. We've had drinks all night, and then I'll hear a beer open. He'll go to the fridge. I'm like, why? I'll literally go, why?
Yeah.
It's 4. We're watching TV.
We're done.
Yeah, why?
It's over.
I'm not proud of it, but there is nobody that will outlast me.
Interesting.
It's just
put my money on you.
once I get the wheels greased.
Once you start drinking,
once I start
he'll outlast
drinking,
everyone.
I'll just it's just like a marathon of like 7 o'clock in the morning. I just don't want the party to end. But like everyone goes down, so I'm just alone.
I get that.
And like Yannis is like, yeah, let's watch a doc. And I think he's going to actually watch it. And he's just snoring. And I'm pouring Lagavulin by myself.
That's a great scotch.
Yeah, a little smoky, but
You like smoky scotches?
Heaty.
How are you as a drunk? You still good?
I think I'm pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we get banged up on the weekends on the road. That's my move.
Yeah,
because you can. Sleep
But after shows, right? You're not.
Shows.
I like it too much to abuse it. That's
a gentleman right there.
Well, if I don't want to have to quit, so I don't. If I become so bad that I have to quit, then I don't ever get to drink.
Yeah.
That's what I'm monitoring.
I'm the same way.
Does the missing dad ever come out when you get hammered? Somebody go, hey, you were mean to me last night. Like, sorry, that's my dad left. That's when that comes out.
I don't think I'm a mean drunk, really.
No.
I mean, he's seen me fucking wasted a ton. I mean,
yeah, you just get louder.
Really?
Yeah. And you lean in, you're like, oh, let me tell you that. But it's all positive, it's all fun. But
yeah, Mark is like an old. I feel like we're like drunks the way like they drink on Mad Men minus the sexual assault.
Right. Yeah, we just want to have fun.
We're just kind of like, we're just drinking like old school drinks. We get lit up, but we're pretty good. I don't think
you drink during the day.
I won't ever admit I'm drunk. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the fights I get in with like women I'm dating. I'll be like, I'll come home like fucking shit faced,
and you deny it,
and they'll be like, "You're drunk." I'm like, I had 2 drinks. Like I can't admit that I'm drunk.
It's like a cop.
Yeah, I'm like I had 2 drinks, but they're like, you slurring your words. I'll be like, you think I'm drunk? That's what I'm like. So that's where I piss the women off with like just the line where I'm like, I'm not drunk.
It's like that city councilman. Did you see that?
No.
What city? He just got caught sleeping in his car with a crack pipe in his.
No way.
Oh, dude, that was. And he goes, I'm napping. I'm napping. He had a crack pipe. Dude, he goes like this. He's holding it, and he's just out cold, and they go, dude, what happened? He goes, I'm napping, and they go, you have a crack pipe in your hand.
You were like dying. What, you were like struggling to breathe. He's like, hey, I got sleep apnea. He's holding a crack pipe.
He's holding a crack pipe.
And the funny part is when they look at his ID and his badge, and they find out he's a city councilman, and then you see this moment of hope in his face, like he's about to get off. He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, and the guy's like, nah, we're on tape now. You got to go in.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
Behind the wheel with a crack pipe in his hand.
Rhode Island?
Look, he tried moving it.
Yeah.
I saw him and called police. Asleep.
Oh, he checks the shifter too.
This was me on the plane last night.
Wow, I would vote for this guy.
Dude, that's that good crack sleep he was getting.
Yes. Yeah.
That nice REM cycle crack sleep.
It's a portable CPAP.
Yeah. I would have almost felt bad waking him up if I was that cop. I'm like, that dude is having a good crack sleep.
This happened to me in New Orleans. I got woken up by a cop.
Crack?
My mom, no crack. I was, 17. My parents were out of town, so I took my dad's Lexus, went to a crazy house party, got drunk, said I could drive home, woke up on Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Whoa.
And the Chris Rock joke, if you're on Martin Luther King, there's some violence going down. So whatever, I'm asleep in the Lexus, sun's coming in, knock on the windshield, he's up, he's alive. Somebody called in and said there's a dead white kid in the Lexus in the projects.
Holy
So the cops swarmed, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up, officer? And they're like, get out of the car. And I had pissed myself, and it was leather seats, so it just pooled. It just pooled. So I get out, and there's a puddle there. I'm soaking wet. Guy goes, give me your ID. That's wet. The whole thing's wet. It's all covered in piss. And they look in the car. Somehow, by the grace of God, I had taken the keys out of the ignition and put them on the floor.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know why. And that's why I didn't get a DUI.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but I had to walk home.
Have you ever gotten a DUI?
No.
You, Sam?
I should have.
I can't drive. I have a license, but
You
I can't
drive?
I got a license on like a fluke. I
That
can't
is so
drive.
New York. That's hilarious.
you guys can drive.
But I didn't. That same New York. Like I didn't start driving until I was like 28.
Wow.
I got my license at 28.
Yeah.
No, I got 16, because I was upstate.
Yeah.
But upstate, you got DUIs. We got DUIs because they would wait at the bar.
Oh,
and then everybody leave and they look for an excuse.
And you got a bad
I got a DUI. I was 21 and I was drinking Long Island iced teas.
That'll do it.
And dude, it was 2 driveways from my bedroom. So he pulled me out. Me and my buddy go there. I had like 4 Long Island iced teas. I was hammered.
That's, I think, what, 20 drinks?
Oh, dude, I was
20 beers, different beers, different drinks.
And I could have walked, but it was just like right around. So he was just hanging out. He pulled me over. He goes, yeah, your license plate bulb is out. And then he looked in my eyes and he goes, you been drinking? And I go, I did this shit. I go, yeah, you listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I had one. I go, I had one. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, what do you know? And I go, yeah, I had one beer. And he goes, and then I came out and out of like 13 tests, I failed 11 of them. And I go, officer, you see that light right there? It's a true story. I go, you see that light right there? I go, that's my bedroom, man. I was like, I'll leave the car here. Can I just? And he's like, dude, I got to take you. I got to take you down.
I have a question. Why do 13 tests when you fail that many?
Yeah.
Aren't you just wasting time?
They're like, they ask you for letters. They ask you to walk. They ask you to touch things. They ask you to walk and touch your nose. So you do it all. He's got like the chart. And he's like, dude, you failed everything. And
he's like, do you like my penis? And you're like, no. He's like, that's another fail, unfortunately.
He's like, that's 12.
13 does seem excessive.
Dude, I'm buzzing my nuts off already. This is wild.
Yeah. You know what Paul has? He has like great energy.
Good energy.
It's just like good enthusiasm.
Yeah, positivity.
He'd be a good
Hey, you know what? That's why I'm a good Nick fan. That's why I'm a good Nick fan, dude. Well, you guys.
Oh shit! It's already hitting him.
No, because
it's gonna be 9 hours long.
No, because sorry, guys. No, because you have that thing that a lot of Nick fans. Giannis jumped ship.
Masochism.
No.
Jumped?
No,
he
Giannis jumped ship,
time.
which I can't. I love him.
I'm here.
I love him. You're still.
I went to all 3 home playoff games against the Heat.
Yeah.
Okay, I took my son against Game 3 against the Cavs. It was incredible.
I went. I'm diehard. I'll support him.
I'll tell you what. You know what these finals have shown me? These Eastern Conference finals show me the Knicks were the second best team in the East. That's what I've learned.
If Randall played better the first,
you're
and he will next year.
You're loyal. Your loyalty to the Knicks is baffling. You're so
how though?
Only the
but it's your team.
It was my team.
Yeah, but see, imagine jumping though. You jumped away from a team.
Imagine I did it. Yeah,
because
I walked away. It was an unhealthy relationship. And I was like,
who are you with now?
I'm nobody.
Damn.
See, that just shows you like.
Yeah, but when me,
it was so toxic that like
You're like
I
the
went
Incredible
gay.
Hulk just walking along the highway, just like.
Yeah.
But dude, when Sam, Jerry Ferrara are crying, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have that moment, dude. We're gonna have that. Dude,
Jerry Ferrara is like you too. He's a real Knicks fan. I love him.
Oh, Jerry.
He's the man.
It's never gonna happen with Dolan at the.
Yeah, it will.
No,
Yeah, it
never
will.
happen.
Dolan had nothing to do with this year, and we went that
Shit
far.
rolls downhill. Whoever's at the top.
It'll happen.
You guys believe?
Damn. All right, you're hanging in there.
I love
both
it.
of you.
I love it.
Dude, I got my
Jalen
son.
Brunson. We're gonna be fine.
My son's like, Dad, I'll die. He's like, because I told him, I said, you'll never love the Knicks more than me. He goes, I'll give my life for this. I said, well, let's not get credit. My son goes, so when we lost, my son's like my wife. When me and my wife fight, she drifts quietly. When they fight, like me and my daughter, get it out now. Get it on the table now. I want to have a fucking good night. Get it out. My son and wife, they migrate away, process it.
Yeah.
So the Knicks lost. He put a hoodie up and he just goes up to his room and I go, what's up, man? Let's watch the Laker game. And he just goes, give me a second. And dude, he went in and he just sat in his room and he was tearing.
Jeez.
And he was crying and then he came downstairs and he sat there and he processed it. Yeah. But you know what? I felt like I'm a good father, man.
Yeah.
I'm a good father, dude. You gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't jump ship, Jan.
I've been jump ship. I'm way out. I feel great.
Well, guess what? We'll welcome you back anytime.
I feel like
I
I'm out of
told
a
him
cult.
that.
It feels like I'm like,
You missed out on a hell of a year.
You missed out on a hell of a year.
You guys are like in Scientology. It's wild to hear you talk about this is our year.
Leah Remini.
And Randall's the answer, and Jalen Brunson.
Well, we're not kidnapping anybody. And
Allen
fucking,
Iverson.
We're not violent people.
Yeah, we're not kidnapping family members.
We're not dangerous people.
New Yorkers.
We're good people.
Well, the Jets are worse.
The Jets are. It's masochism. Yeah.
They just got Aaron Rodgers. You never know.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
New York sports, baby. We're alive. We're well. The Rangers are going to be back next year. New York sports are back on the fucking map,
There you
dude.
go.
Loser talk. That's such a loser talk.
Let's go, Liberty.
We are.
That's how you
We're
lost the hat after we gave you a beating for it. That's fucking loser behavior. You stick with the hat.
There you go,
I'm a Met
Sailor.
fan. I'll stick with
Good to
that.
have you back.
There we go. You look like this picture should be on a fucking mugshot somewhere.
I know,
right? There should be a wanted registered sex offender sign on the street with this image right
That
here.
looks like a crack pipe should be in his hands.
Yeah. You wake up in the car, officer. I was just napping.
You look like you didn't make the naval team.
You look happy though. What a happy guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he likes
Really
to get trashed.
fucking.
Yeah, he does look happy.
That's like a guy that you want in your corner. I mean, you like a Knick fan, like that. You're a Knick fan?
Yes, I'm a Nick and a Met fan, so I'm loser.
Oof.
Damn,
That's rough.
Mets.
Hey, you never know, man. Come on, Steve Cohen is. I'm a Yankees fan, but Steve Cohen's I think he's a great owner. I think it's gonna. I think things could turn around.
Bill Maher sold his Mets, whatever, his stock. He was invested in the Mets.
Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Bill Maher watching the Mets. Oh, okay.
God.
You're going to make another error? Really? You believe in God?
Okay. There's only 2 pronouns. Okay.
I do like that show a lot.
He kind of flip-flop big time,
Well,
huh?
he's all over the road now. He's a little
I feel like
fluid.
he went like almost conservative a little bit, would you say?
Attacking the woke stuff.
He's
still left.
He's still left. He just shits on the left a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the
But
left
he's
is giving us more ammo, you know?
more comedy.
Yes.
Yeah. The left got silly.
It got silly.
Got
yeah.
silly.
You know, there's a lady jerking off in a bathroom. There's all kinds of stuff going on with the left.
You look at like some of this catch relief stuff. It's hilarious. Like the new laws in like San Francisco, now New York. It's like if you steal some, it's like
$1,000 of merchandise.
It's almost like you got to apologize to them for having merchandise. You're like, I'm sorry.
Right.
How has society failed you?
Like how much Target is losing every year
Yeah.
now?
Now it's just like, how has society failed you?
Dude, Adrienne Appalucci had that great joke when she opened for Louis at the Garden when she said a trans family shooting a transgender person, killing a family, and then people going, how bad they feel for them. It must be so hard for you. what you're going through after this is so...
Damn, she's great.
She's got great stuff.
Yeah.
Louis picked her up because she had that bit about...
well, not literally. It's tough to pick her up.
That's true. Louis scooped her or started using her. Sorry. Because she had that joke about the Catholic schools. They put the...
the ash?
The ash, and he's like, looks like target practice for the shooters. And Louis like, who's this gal?
My new opener.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, she got great. I mean, she got one of my favorite jokes of all time. The one about how her boyfriend threatened to... I probably said it on the pod before, but my boyfriend threatened to kill himself. And I was like, great, now I can't kill myself or people are going to think we were in love.
Oh, that's a great joke.
Brilliant.
That's like a perfect, perfect one-liner.
Yeah.
You can't write a better joke than
Especially when you know it's about Chris Italia. Maybe.
That's fucking hilarious. It's perfect.
Joke.
There's like zero fat. It's just...
Yeah.
Well, not on Natalia. But yeah. No one will get that, but it worked in the room.
Sometimes that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's... Yeah.
These drinks are fucking hitting, bro.
Dude,
I gotta
I'm
slow
fucking...
down. I got shows today.
This is our second episode today, so we are going to be fucked up.
Oh, shit.
But you know what?
Just might be.
Hey, Rocket Money. We were just talking about these guys. Inflation's on the rise, and we're looking for new ways to save money. Well, one of those ways is Rocket Money. Rocket Money is your personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Most Americans think they spend about $80 on subscriptions a month. Well, the total is actually closer to $200. Rocket Money quickly and easily finds your subscriptions and cancels anything you no longer want. Jesus Christ, where's this been all my life? I got all these companies up my ass. They're charging me, and I don't even know about it. They prey on my ignorance. So thank you.
Like fucking Jeffrey Epstein or some shit.
Yes, exactly.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you motherfuckers.
Yeah. I'm still being charged for going to the island. It also helps you manage your finances by categorizing your expenses so you can see where your paycheck is going. The average user saves up to $720 per year, and over 3 million people have used Rocket Money to get a handle on their budgets. Stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/drunk. That's rocketmoney.com/drunk. rocketmoney.com/drunk. Thank you. Hey, folks, Fume. We're brought to you by Fume. We all have bad habit or two. Fume lets you remove the bad while keeping the habit. Make it a much easier transition on your brain and body. Fume is an innovative device that replaces that nasty hand-to-mouth habit you've been wanting to do less of. With no electronics, Fume is completely natural. There's no vapor or harmful chemicals. Fume just uses air and all-natural delicious flavors like white cranberry and crisp mint. We love Fume. It's fun to hold. It's fun to suck on. It's fun to just have, and it just kills that craving. You know when you just want to put something in your mouth? You hear that, wife? With an adjustable airflow dial and movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, Fume helps reduce stress and anxiety while you break your habit. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard. But switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to Fume.com and use promo code DRUNK to save 10% off when you go to get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use code DRUNK to save an additional 10% off your order today. Fume. So you guys, are you guys doing the YouTube train with these specials or what?
Yeah, I did 2 of them.
I think my next one, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, Sal Vulcano's doing a YouTube. He's got all the fans in the world. He's like, fuck it, I'll just do YouTube. Rogan's doing a YouTube.
Dude, clips. It's clips too, man. It's like it's crazy how it changed. I think I'm going to do the YouTube one.
I love it now because nobody would touch us, so we're like, well, we'll put it on here.
Yeah.
Why not? The game has changed.
You know, people are making movies just doing like people are making their like it's going to that place now.
Good.
Where you're just going to be able to. I mean, obviously you're going to have money, but you can invest in a cast and you can invest in the cameras and make a movie, dude.
You know what the industry feels like? It feels like the girl who was hot in high school, and now she's like put on a few pounds. She's gotten a little older, and she's like, wait, come back. And you're
I'll
like,
blow
we
you
moved
now.
on. Yeah.
And then you come back, and she's like, you got to wait 6 months for me to reply to a text.
Yes.
And you're like, you?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's that's the problem. Is like now with the writer's strike too. We've talked about this, but you know things took long before this shit.
Yeah.
Like for them to be like, okay, we have to talk to try setting a meeting with an industry person, dude. Try setting a meeting. They're like, okay, well, is 3 weeks out from now? And you're like, what?
Dude. Yeah.
You don't have a window before 3 weeks. Yeah. That's to meet. And then you're like, okay, we'll brainstorm.
Yeah.
Then you're like, well, how about I pitch something? That's in 8 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's so true, man. Projects are. We were supposed to get something done by January, and it still wasn't done, and then the writer's strike happened. It's like,
But people are getting hit harder than us. I mean, thank God we have stand up. You know, I mean, like the writers right now. That's some bullshit. That's your bread and butter.
Too. I think
you know,
it's gonna be everybody.
And it's just like pay the writers, dude. Pay the fucking writers.
Yeah.
It's like every show that you love that you say is great is because of these writers. Just pay them.
I know.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time because I rewatch. I don't watch as many new shows as I should. I just kind of rewatch shows I already love, like Sopranos, Mad Men, The Wire, shit like that. And like you watch these shows, and you're like, why do I love this show? It's a fucking. I mean, of course the acting's great. Of course, like the filmmaking's great, all that stuff. But the writing is really
it's everything.
Why you're there. Yeah. That's the arc. That's the why the actors get to be so good.
Yeah. I was talking to Brad Garrett about Everyone Loves Raymond, and he's like, dude, as great as we got, chemistry and stuff, he's like, the writers did all of that.
But he's a humble guy. He's like a really good guy.
And he's like incredibly like he's so talented.
He's a funny guy.
But I think a lot of it too is just nobody's watching either.
You think?
You look at the TikTok, the amount of time on TikTok versus even Netflix, streaming services. TikTok is like
it's non-committal.
Yeah.
So you have to commit to a show. Whereas TikTok, you just 10 seconds next. 10 seconds. So then you're on the same amount of time, but that time was like you went in without a commitment.
Right.
But that hurts us too, though. That'll hurt us too if you want to put something out that you worked on for a long time that's long-winded. Now you got kids just going like, I want to see 19 seconds of it.
The thing about comedians is we're like rats and roaches. We will adapt.
Yes.
We'll find a way in.
We do.
So whatever will hurt will also help us because we'll find a way. It'll kill a few of us.
Right.
But then we'll co-headline with AI.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It'll be Yannis, Mauricia, and artificial intelligence on one bill.
Dude, during the pandemic, there was cops. There was comics on rooftops, like
parks, yards, parking lot,
everywhere. Like we're like roaches. We survive.
That's true.
Yeah, we figure it out.
Yeah, that's why when you ever meet those comics, are like, I don't go to that room anymore because they don't get me, and you're like, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
because you gotta be able to just figure it out or make it work.
Or like, I'm not going there to fucking do that. I'm not. It's like, dude, you gotta play the game a little bit.
Gotta hit some cities that might make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You gotta hit every city.
I mean, I've done a bagel store in my life. I've performed comedy.
I actually do better in the bagel stores.
Yeah,
honestly.
bagel store is great. I mean, the rooms we did coming up. Like, I remember there was a laundromat show.
Oh yeah.
I did a show in an apartment.
Yo, many of those.
Yeah, remember when like someone would see you at a club and then hire you for a private birthday?
Yes.
And it's a horrible idea, but they're giving you at that time like $500 or $1,000, and you do it. You just go in and you're in someone's fucking living room.
Oh, I did that.
6 people on a couch, and you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. You're just counting the
I
minutes.
walked around a pool when a kid graduated from
really?
high school, and I just had a wireless around a pool in Jersey. It was fucking horrible.
Christmas parties, the DJ stops, and you're like, here we, and nobody's listening.
Oh, the worst. Dude, I just did a corporate gig. I haven't bombed that bad since the 80s. It was brutal. Brutal. And it was the worst thing, too. I did this corporate gig. Guy's like, I'm a huge fan. I watch everything you do. I know all your act. Can you do this joke? He knew I know my whole act, so I'm like, I'm killing this. This guy knows my whole act. He loves me. He's like, do whatever you want. No restrictions. It's a bunch of crazy real estate millionaires up there. They don't get offended. I was like, great. I go up there. Immediately the feedback, like out of a movie. The fucking mic's going crazy. And I open with a couple things about a guy in the front row, and they're like, no. Yeah. All right, I'll go into my act. No. Anything we had to set up and like talk about a bit or like have there's like a premise to it, they were out. Yeah. But if I called him gay, that would kill. Yeah.
Well, that's what's frustrating too with those gigs. I mean, you're obviously not getting paid like it's a regular show.
Pay was great.
Yeah, but at the same time, you do those gigs, and I remember like you'll go into a story, you're like, well, this story works for my crowd, and then you're like, well, my crowd pays attention.
They don't pay attention.
They don't pay. You need to hit them quick. I'm like, this bit, like it needs, like it builds and it builds and it builds, but it doesn't hit in the first 3 minutes. You're fucked.
Yes.
So you're like, oh.
And the worst thing with the guy who hired me was like sitting in the front row, and he was looking at me like, do it. Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, that's the worst. Like,
show them why I love you.
Like, I'm doing it.
That's a nightmare, dude.
It was a nightmare.
I did a private for a guy. He literally sent a special of mine to all his friends coming. Like, you're gonna love this guy. They just didn't give a fuck. They were like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah. But he was like, no, this is the guy. And they're like, all right, I don't.
I love those gigs. It's like the GPS tells you to take the tunnel, and there's traffic in the tunnel, and then you go back to take the bridge. There's traffic at the bridge. It's like, I'll do crowd work, and that doesn't work. Then you go back to the there's fucking traffic everywhere.
And you think on the way home, what could you have done?
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you could have.
Not much.
There was just traffic everywhere.
There was this country club gig, and they're like, hey man, they're giving an award out. They give it every year to this guy. He goes, he's a billionaire. His wife's name is Lindsay. Roast him. Talk about how she's got fake. I swear to she goes, talk about how she's got fake tits, and talk about this, and he's got all this money. So I'm up there, and I'm kind of dying, and it's all just 1%ers. Like ice sculptures, and people just carving meat off of a thing, and they just came off a golf course, and they're all smoking cigars, right? So then I finally go, where's what's his name? The guy winning the award. So they go like this, and I just go like this. I go, yeah, this guy, man. And talk about his money. I go, he's got his hands on a lot of paper and plastic, and I go, and by plastic I mean his wife Lindsay's tits, and everyone just goes, whoa, no, no, dude. And then some old man goes, no, dude, no. And I'm going, what? All right. So anyway, then I started making fun of Chris Christie, and I started calling him a fat. I started doing, and somebody said somebody leaned over. Jason Lawhead was there. He goes, hey man, we just threw Chris Christie a $3,000 a plate fundraiser last weekend in South Carolina, and I start shitting on him. And one old man, he was at 80. He was like, all right, like in other words,
wow,
yeah. And I had a check for $2,000 in my pocket. I walked off stage into the parking lot, and I just text the other comic. I go, in the car. Wow. It was fucking deposit. It was brutal. Dude.
Yeah. Well,
it's so funny. You don't know you're like ruining your career with like roasting this bill. You're like, roast this billionaire. You're like, start shitting on some guy. And you're like, who is it? Like Jeff Bezos. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Yeah. Also, if it was $3,000 a plate, Chris Christie, he must have spent $40,000. Yeah, I've had these corporate guys. I did a corporate gig for Big Pharma. And man, did I die. And he's one of those bombs where you're like, that worked on the Tonight Show. You know, when you're like bitter now because you've been bombing for 12 minutes and like nothing's working. And then I eventually hit on a guy's wife or attacked a guy's wife. She starts crying. It's the fucking CEO's wife. So he has to run out and save her, and they're like, the guy comes back, he's like, cut it. So they replaced me mid-show.
Well, it's Big Pharma. He can get her some antidepressants. I'm sure it'll be okay.
I know. I made a lot of those jokes. I was like, you guys are fucking drug dealers. Fuck off.
You notice how it's always the great gigs with money that are just the worst.
The worst.
It's like you just say no to them. It's just like, no. They're like, hey, you want to do a Christmas party?
Depends how much money.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
start the car. You just start the car and do the jokes and bomb it up and leave.
I remember I bombed a private event once so hard. bar, and I ran into Mulaney at the Comedy Cellar right after, and I was like, "How you doing?" I was like, "I just."
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm great. How you doing? What's going on?"
Well, bomb.
I bombed a private, and he goes, "Oh," he cheered me up. He was like, "Yo, you know, whenever I'm bombing one of those, I think about I just think about what I'm gonna buy." I was like, "That's actually good advice."
That's not bad. Yeah,
That's
You're
great.
just bombing. You're like, "Oh, buy this thing."
So I'll get some Adderall.
Oh, that's really good
20
advice.
grams of coke.
Yeah.
Dude, when he said on it like he was doing
New
drugs since
special's great.
14, I was like, what the fuck? You just don't see that. Like you never saw that with
You
him.
never
That goes
know.
back to our point before.
Yeah, the cleaner
Sort
comics.
of like, yeah, the more together someone seems. Even he said that. I saw him on some podcast talking about. He's like, isn't it always that way? Even he was admitting. Because I think it was Theo Vaughn. Goes
Yeah, that
like,
was a great
I
ep.
would have never thought it was you. And he was like, but that isn't that always
Yeah,
what it is? The
that's
guy
it.
who you think is the opposite together, and you're like,
Exactly.
yeah, it always is kind of like that.
Every time.
There was
yeah.
a serial rape. There was a serial rapist who was cleaner than Cosby.
Yeah.
That guy, he would go to
Vince Champ.
Yeah.
Vince Champ.
And they got him by looking at his schedule.
Yeah.
Because he was just raping
It was
girls
like
and
tour. It matched up with his
it
tour.
matched up with his
College,
tour,
yeah.
and he was like squeaky clean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he would give comics shit about their cursing and
Just
stuff.
like Cosby.
Just like Cosby, yeah.
You got to get it out.
That's
Everybody
so
evens
weird.
out. You got to get it out somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, when you go that extreme, it's like, why? What are you hiding? Like,
Yeah.
It's like there's a reason for it. I always.
Well, to be clean is one thing, but then to scold other people for not being clean.
Yeah,
That's when I'm become a little suspicious.
Yeah, nothing wrong being clean.
Yeah, it definitely opens you up for more work.
It's that holier than thou. It's been talked about to death, but politicians, same shit. I mean,
Yes.
when you're doing the whole thing like, gays shouldn't have this, and you're like, dude, just let's just skip this scene real quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
let me
you
see
butt
your
fucking
knees.
a dude. Yeah.
Let me
they're
see your
scuffed
credit
up.
card. Let me see your credit card bill.
Just-
Why were you at the Super 8? What's going on? It's always a motel. They're always at a
Always.
motel. Yeah.
It's cheap. It's quick.
And there's no reason to be that mad about it.
Exactly.
There's no reason to be like, how could you be with another man if you, it's like, why are you getting like that?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
you're projecting your own shit.
That's why I love the people who cancel people, and then people start looking shit up, and they're like, "Oh, you
yeah.
killed a baby in 1981
Yeah.
with you choked out a baby." There's always something,
Well, it's like when they're mad about the drag queens dancing. I'm like, they're dancing. Who
right?
gives a fuck?
Yeah, but the kids, I mean, why are drag queens doing story hour?
It started in Texas, and it became wildly popular, and then other people. Oh, that's my drag queen alarm. But it is a weird mix. Even like a longshoremen's are teaching kids.
Yeah.
Like that's a weird one too. I don't
mean,
dislike longshoremen.
Yeah, because it's a nightclub act. I mean,
Right,
drag
right.
shows are nightclub.
That's the weird thing.
There shouldn't even be comedy shows at kindergarten. Like even if Nate
that's way
Bargatze
worse.
showed up, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
That is
it's like,
weird.
Why don't think we
Well,
just
if you're a comic and you're performing for kindergartners, you're you've got a brain injury.
Yeah.
Why are you? Yeah. What are you doing? That's your act. You're not a comic.
But it is weird for like
a
a
nightclub act.
grown man to dress in drag and go to a first grade school. Like
Fair,
that's
absolutely.
that's just
Yeah,
wild.
Very strange.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's-
Kindergarten
it's also
kids.
weird.
I always think about them. Like I wouldn't even want a comedy show coming to my kids.
Of course. And it's weird
Imagine
that
Louis
that's
J. Gomez showing up at my daughter's second grade. I'm like, whoa.
and he's got kids.
Yeah, and he's got kids. I'd be like, nah, I don't want him to watch the show.
Well, I was raised by a drag queen. Our nanny was a big drag guy, big black guy in a wig and all that. And like,
Really?
he didn't do it
what
at
the fuck's going on in New Orleans?
Well, it's New Orleans. It's lawless, you know.
Yeah.
But
Wait a
he
minute, that was like your babysitter?
Yeah, it was like our He cleaned the house, but he would also take care of me and my brother. Well, my parents were workaholics.
Yeah.
So he was always there, and he taught me how to drive a stick. He taught me how to shave, but he had a wig on and high heels. But it was just normal. And my parents were like, cool it with the drag act. Like they wouldn't want him being like ba-da boom, ba-boo, ba-ba, but he was still a hell of a nanny.
Wait, they told him to cool it? Like
they didn't want him.
But they hired him, and they were like,
they hired him. He was a good guy. He was a great dude, but they were
so
just
they
like,
didn't want him to wear the heels.
no, they were fine with the heels. Just don't like dance it up. Don't get the boa out and do all that shit.
Was it like bizarre seeing a guy with authority with like high heels on talking to
You
you?
got used to it pretty quick, actually. And now I can't get hard unless I see a picture of RuPaul. But it's still weird. Like other friends would come over, like, "What the fuck's up with this guy?" I'm like, that's just Enos.
That's
he's cool.
amazing, dude. That's a true thing.
True story. Yeah, he was eventually killed because he
Jesus.
hooked up with a guy in a van, and the guy thought he was a woman, and the dick came out.
Oh.
little street
He was
justice.
passable? Was he passable?
No, but you know, you get a couple of Virzis out there.
Yeah.
And
were you fucked up over that?
a little. I was in college by that point. So
that must have been. I mean, that was like a guy who helped raise you.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was the whole big thing with the family.
That's interesting.
Yeah, true story.
Did you go to the funeral?
No funeral. No family.
No family.
Yeah, and we gave him that van. That was our van that we gave him.
Did you get it back?
Yeah.
We didn't get the van back. There's a lot of blood in it.
Who are your parents that they hired a drag queen?
They're very open. They're like the most liberal, open-minded Southern people ever.
That's it. Yeah, New Orleans people are interesting.
Very weird,
eccentric. Eccentric kind of.
For sure.
It's almost like not American, the city.
Yeah.
It almost feels like foreign, you know?
Like a mix of Frenchy people.
Sure.
Yeah, French are always into something weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's a lot of black influence, so it's a good mix.
Well, the French are weirdly like judgmental, but also open-minded.
Yeah, the kids are drinking wine, smoking.
Yeah. They're like way cooler about like affairs and sex.
Oh, very sexual people.
Very cool.
Remember when there was a Me Too thing started? The French had the Not Me movement.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We're the opposite. We're like not cool about sex, but like shoot shit up. We want to see things. Yeah, diving gun guy shits the gold nugget. That's every American movie.
Yeah, we're very repressed.
Yeah,
and we get it out in other ways.
And then you watch their movies, it's like everyone's making out, everyone's having affairs.
Yeah.
You know, it's
well, that's what's weird about the super left now. Like, I'll do shows for like super left, and they're almost Christian conservative. Like, oh, how dare you? And I'm like, you guys are like Nancy Reagan out here. It's very strange.
They're like supposed to be the people.
You watch them.
They're supposed to be the people that are like down.
Smile, they're like proverbially whipping themselves.
Like, where's the?
Did he say trans? They can't smile. They're like,
where's the open-minded?
Yeah,
and all that.
Yeah, they're nervous. They feel like they're complicit.
Yeah,
rather than just seeing a show and
exactly.
It's weird. Should we do some news?
Yeah, I got
what do you got?
Here we go.
From Gilligan.
Dude, I'm buzzing my nuts. Are you guys buzzing? Like,
Oh yeah, second show. Yeah, we're buzzing, baby.
Yeah. This guy said he could go all night. He's like fucked up on 2 drinks.
Listen, don't get it twisted.
Don't tease him.
No, he's one of those dudes that I think gets drunk by the second drink, but can have 40 drinks.
Yes.
I think he's one of those.
Yeah. So,
all right, this is good for when I fart.
Story.
We'll get one of these in the studio.
Is Dyson's air purifying a Bane mask a breath of fresh air?
See, my wife has breathing problems, so I'm going to get this for her, but really it'll just double as she can't talk.
What the fuck?
All right.
It's hard enough to meet a person. Now they're wearing this shit, and
I thought we were done with masks.
Yeah. We should be done. Like when I see a person wearing
That just
a mask
looks
now, I'm like,
ridiculous.
that should
I
be
know.
illegal now.
Yeah.
I almost feel threatened. I'm like, are they about to rob a store? That's over. You can't just.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You should have to paint the rest of their face on there so you can be identified because you're like, now you're a bandit.
Right.
Dude, LAX yesterday packed with masks. Still.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, if they're Asian, I let it slide.
No, these were like, actually, I saw all different, like black couples walking masks.
Interesting.
I thought he was going to be like, no, these are actually normal people. This is, they were.
These are people you don't want to be violent against.
It is weird. The Bane mask.
These were real people. These were people.
That's a weird. It's a weird.
Not Asian. They were people.
I don't understand why you can't. Is this you wear this out in public or do you wear this at home only?
Well, we have a cat, and my
looks like
wife's
in public.
allergic to cats.
Yeah.
But she just loves cats, but she's allergic to them. It's kind of a weird
So she
paradox.
throw that thing on?
Yeah, I was like, should I get you this? She's like, well, look at
it.
it. She can't
yapping
breathe.
it up too. Like throw the Dyson on, you fucking
That's
yapper.
exactly.
Stop yapping.
Okay, there's another story here. There's China's backlash against a comedy.
I saw this shit.
Stirs fear of a clampdown. One joke by a Chinese comedian about
Hold
the
up a
nation's
second.
military. Yeah.
Fear of a clampdown?
It's China.
You're in China. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa, things are getting a little sensory.
Where's our daughter?
Yeah.
Fear of a clampdown coming.
Clampdown. You're not allowed to look at the internet over there.
A $2 million fine, a police probe, and a sweep of canceled shows.
$2 million fine?
What the fuck is wrong with this comic, dude? Know your audience.
Yeah,
Go to
right.
a fucking yeshiva and do Holocaust jokes?
Move
I
here.
would actually, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, you could do it. But it's like you're in China. Death to the West jokes.
That happened on Mike Ward in
Taiwan's Chinese
Canada,
jokes.
remember?
That's
Yes,
it.
that's it. What are you, crazy?
Well, you
Move
know,
here and
it's-
open for Ali Wong.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's like they say something like it's somewhat free speech in China. I'm like, well, that ain't free speech.
Yeah.
It's like it's free speech in China the way it's like free speech with your girlfriend. It's like there's certain shit you can say, and then shit where you're like, yeah, I'm fucked if I say it.
Right.
You know?
They're not allowed to search certain things on Google. Like, it's all blocked.
Oh, yeah, they can't. They can't get on sites and stuff.
And they have a limited amount of time with TikTok, which is weird because they invented it.
They must be so annoyed with us complaining what we could talk about.
I know. It's so true. I'm like, these Brooklyn comics.
And their TikTok is different. They show.
Yeah, it's
completely
Oh,
controlled.
it's like engineering videos.
All science stuff.
Yeah, that's
and we're just
fucking
like,
brilliant.
work.
Like, is she 14? Too old. Swipe. I mean, this is sad. I mean, China was already fucked, but this is a new low main.
Yo,
But we can't trust China. They've already built the wall.
Yeah, they
All
built
right.
the wall. Yeah, they got it done. They got it done a long time ago.
Yep. I wonder if there's still someone in China like cancel culture's not real. You're like, bitch, I gotta pay $2 million over here.
Can I get a top off?
Absolutely.
In China, our podcast is called "They're Totally Not Drunk."
Yeah. No, seriously, I blame the comic. I just blame the comic. Yeah.
Because he should have known better.
It's just
This
like
is gonna
know
be
your
it for
audience, man.
Well, you know, Veer Das, he's an Indian comic. He's got like 12 lawsuits going.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Great. If you haven't heard of Veer Das episode, great episode. I mean, crazy.
Fascinating guy.
Crazy.
It's not going to be a comic that changes it, though.
No.
It's not going to be like, there's not going to be no comic who's up there who changes a culture.
I don't know, dude. Lenny Bruce, he pushed back. I mean, he did. It was the conservative right back then. Now it's the left.
True.
Right, he's like Dick Jokes Jesus.
He kind of is.
It's a guy for us to be able to say fucking whore and cunt and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cocksucker.
Yeah.
That's what he went to jail for.
What, cocksucker?
Cocksucker,
Yeah.
It does say in China that stand-up comedy is a rare refuge for free speech.
Yeah, but we say that shit here. It's the last bastion.
Yeah.
Only time you hear the word bastion.
Do you know in those in Scandinavian countries they kind of look down at comedians? They kind of look.
They look down comedians here.
Yeah, but
I mean, not like blue collar, like regular people. But I feel like the industry, like we're the lowest on the totem
we're the
pole.
lowest.
Oh, yeah. Show business for sure.
But I mean, we still get to be stars, and people like excited over there. They're like, "You're a comedian." You know, they look down because they're so educated, and they just It's not a lofty profession.
Thank you, buddy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Thank you so
Well, I
much.
mean, it's kind of like how it was in the court jester days. We were
Thanks for having
like
me.
garbage
Oh, I
men.
love it, buddy.
Yeah, I think they kind of they more accurately see us for who we are.
yeah.
It's like we're still a guy who, you're a guy who shit his pants in New Orleans.
Exactly.
Your dad's didn't
New Orleans.
say hi.
How about here? Yeah.
Your dad also didn't say hi. My mom didn't say hi. We're fucking broken toys.
Yeah. But that's what's fun.
But we're
about
having
us.
a good time. That's really. I mean, that's the thing. Is like this is a fun life.
It's great. It's great.
I'd rather be here than there.
Yeah.
I don't want the celebrity. I don't want to be fucking.
No, comics are the most down to earth people. They really are really close. That's what makes it when you guys are getting successful. Is it tough?
It's weird.
It starts
I'm like,
getting weird a little
I don't
bit.
like it.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
It is a blue collar art form. It really is, because you got to just grind, go back to work, fail. It's a lot of failure. In
But
comedy.
weirdly, but even like if you think about it, even like being a Broadway actor is weirdly like blue collar. The work you have to do, the work ethic you have to have is insane.
Yeah, but they're throwing them flowers and shit.
Of course, it's a different energy.
It's
of
respected.
Course. But
There's no one doing Othello like in a bar outside of New Hampshire.
That's fair enough. But I'm just saying, like the work you have. Maybe blue collar is the wrong word, but like the work ethic you have to put in.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever gone to like a Broadway show? These dudes are fucking.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's insane.
It's incredible.
What they
but
do.
I feel like they get respect. They have assistants. They work out. They only do 6 months out of the year. I think it's a little more pampered.
Fair enough. We can go on drunk. There is a difference, but
That's true.
I mean, that's the other thing when I did America's Got Talent. I'm like, these people are like stretching and they're like trying to get ready. I'm like 2 beers in.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I mean, I could.
Yeah. Sometimes we go up with no show. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like we are kind of the lowest. We're just like we go up there and talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're not even doing jokes. We're just like, where are you?
Yeah, but
Right.
we also forget though. You also forget sometimes you have a killer bit or like that bit you said like that about Adrian with that thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so like sometimes it's a really smart. So the whole thing of like traveling clowns. I was talking. I don't know, maybe Brett Ernst or somebody like, oh, we're clowns. It's like, yeah, well, clowns really don't make you think. I think
That's true.
comedians make a good bit or something that really, as much as you want to say it's a low art form, it's a smart thing.
I love how it bothers you at the lower.
No,
you have too much pride. That's a Sicilian pride.
No. But here's the thing.
It's kind of
no. But here's the thing, because Soder was on a podcast. We're talking. It was like, because Jessica's like, I'm a traveling clown, or and Soder's like, yeah, we're traveling clowns. And I go, yeah, but clowns don't make you think all the time.
I agree.
And you could do a bit like Richard. I'm looking at Richard Pryor has done things where you're just like, dude, that's so fucking brilliant that's you could say it's the lowest form, but not many people are doing that.
Yeah. And how many people on the road go like, "You got me through it. My mom died. You got me through it." You're
like,
joking.
dude, I like
being thought of as a traveling clown, and then hopefully exceeding expectations.
Yes,
there you go.
As opposed to the opposite, where they raise us up, and then we have to. Then they're like, "That's it."
Yeah, you don't.
It's
want to be
almost
important.
us being almost us not liking compliments and saying. So you're just like, but you are kind of when somebody goes, "Hey man, that one bit, dude, is so funny, and I really love." That's a thing, dude.
That's social service we do. We're social workers.
Yeah, we're like roofing.
We're roof social workers.
You sounded very Jewish when you said that.
We're social workers.
It's a social service.
It's a social service we're doing.
Are you finishing the news for us, Peter? Are you mic'd?
Yeah.
We lost
Okay,
the
good.
skipper.
Yeah.
He didn't even say bye.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour pod.
This is a weird mix of producers you got.
We got a whole thing.
You got like the prototypical football
this is
fan.
a fucking hang.
You got a drunk sailor and a metrosexual Jersey bartender. There's a 3 random male generic stereotypes.
But we
This is a
keep
sick
it white
hang, dude.
men.
Imagine
yeah,
Yeah.
white men is the common thread.
No.
Oh, dude.
That would have been all right.
Well, they got to be on time.
You should get your Nick friend comic friends here and watch Nick's game
and call it real.
Oh, dude,
in
call
real
it.
time.
That'd be fun, dude.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty fun.
All right, a teacher in Florida is under investigation for misconduct
God, these kids today got it made.
under the state's "Don't Say Gay" laws after they showed the film "Strange World" that features a gay character.
I don't know the movie. I've never heard of the movie, but
Every Disney movie has a gay character. Jafar, basically every villain. They're all gay.
Well, that one executive admitted it. There was one woman executive. She goes, listen. She goes, I wanted to put that in there, and she was getting some some kind of, I guess backlash a little bit.
Oh,
but
she went a little inclusive with some gay
because
stuff.
I think she might be
a lesbian.
She might be a lesbian, so she wanted the characters to be like her and stuff like that. But it's
why is this a news story?
Wait,
I mean, this is are they eating each other's ass, or is there just a gay character?
Right? How do they know the character's gay?
Right, he might say it.
I mean, you could watch a Disney. I got little kid, you could watch a movie and know.
How do you? But that's the thing. It's like they shouldn't be talking about sex in Disney movies. So it's like, are they just assuming the character's gay?
I don't know.
It's like, hi,
maybe.
I'm the wizard.
But yeah, they're all gay. The Seven Dwarves, Scar from Lion King.
It is weird how
super
sexual
gay.
shit is happening around kids. You can't kind of deny that's kind of. Like we were talking about before with the drag queen thing, it's around kids a bit. It's weird.
Mark and I aren't dads. You guys are dads. I mean, I don't.
I don't know.
For me,
about
I'm
the
just
kid
I
stuff.
don't really watch kids movies.
Here's the deal. I thought it was like being
was a great
blown up,
backpedal.
right? And then I was doing.
Why not?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I was in Jersey doing a show. It was like during the pandemic. It was an outdoor show, and I saw one. I actually
You saw what?
It was like seeing a bobcat.
What?
I saw a drag story out.
Oh.
I saw one live.
What?
Yeah, it's like seeing a bobcat or a black person in our neighborhood. It's like, whoa! I finally saw it. And so I watched it, and
Oh, so you got firsthand experience.
I got firsthand experience.
How was
finally
it?
seeing it? I gotta say,
Disturbing.
it felt forced.
Right.
It felt weird. It felt like, what is going on?
It just makes a little kid
It's
go,
just
"What is
weird.
Mommy? Why
It was
was
just-
that man dressed like that?" That's an
a lot of
honest
questions.
question.
Well,
There's
here's
a lot
what
of
I witnessed. I witnessed the kids being kids, right?
Yeah, but here's what I say to that. Why is that man dressed like that? I grew up in New York City. It's like, who gives a shit? I'd see that all the time, and my mom would just say, "Well, that's how they are."
Well, this is why I agree with you. I didn't have like a moral objection to it per se. It just felt forced.
But why was it at
Right,
school?
right.
But I guess the question is, why is it at school?
It wasn't at school. It was an outdoor event. So I don't know if it was
okay.
affiliated with school, but it was definitely drag queen, gay themed, like story time and music. And like there's kids. It does feel like a pushing of a thing.
Right, right.
You know, like oppressed people do that. They get a little louder. We're here now. They like want to.
Sure.
Because the kids are not paying attention. The kids are being kids.
Yeah.
The kids were all like looking at each other, playing around, running around, and you just saw these drag queens like trying to get their attention, but kids are like picking their nose, throwing shit at each other because they're 4.
Right.
They don't want to watch a concert.
Yes.
You know. And so it was just like, and the parents were like overly going like, yeah, like. So it was like a concert for the parents.
Where were you?
This was in New Jersey.
Well, they're kind of signaling, like, we're on board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the type of parent who brings their kid to that event. Is
Got
one who
it.
goes like, I want people to see me with my kid here.
Yes.
Because there's going to be no neo-Nazis in my periphery.
Right, right.
We're an accepting family.
You're sending a message.
It's fake.
Yeah.
I
It's fake,
get the force thing. It's like when you watch a movie where the female star is beating up all the guys. You're like, I get what we're doing here. We have to pretend like this lady can fight 38 dudes who are bigger than her.
And nobody's mad at drag queens.
No.
It's just that doing that, pushing it into school just doesn't seem necessary. That's
It's
all.
a nightclub act. It really is. You know what's funny is like...
What is it? When people say it's pushed in schools, what does that mean?
There is a whole thing called drag school. In New York, there's a drag queen story hour or something where they go to schools and they do it on ferries and they like...
Ferries.
Drag queens read books to kids.
Yeah.
So drag queens will come in and they'll do like splits and they'll be like, hey, kids. Mm-hmm. You know what's funny though is you know how honest kids are when they're young? They're like a little mean.
I love that.
You know there's going to be some kid going, you're a man with a dress. No, you're a man with a dress. Mom's going, don't say that. He's like, call her her. It's like, I can't call her her. He's got a beard. His name's Dennis.
Right.
By the way, the kids just sound like an anchor on Fox. That's all it is. I'm like, I think he just got an hour show.
That is a crazy looking drag queen, though. They don't all have to look that insane, by the way. But yeah, all right. That's fun.
So
Weird
there it is.
times.
Yeah, it's dragstoryhour.org. So it is happening.
Weird times.
Yeah.
It is happening.
We should book one.
We should.
Yeah,
Could be interesting.
I'd love to ask questions.
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I'd love to get to the bottom of it.
Hey, I would love it. It's fun. Drag shows are fun. But
Yeah.
I do understand other people's points of like, why in school? I do get
Of course, I understand that.
And my point, again, because I know people may get upset. My point is just like, I wouldn't even want comedy in a school. I want nothing that's like...
Right, it just seems pushed and forced when it's not necessary. That's all. It's not against them.
It's for adults.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I hear you.
You know, drag queens don't go out there with like librarian outfits on.
Sure.
You know? They
Wasn't
go
there
out
like
there-
a Wesley Snipes movie with drag queens when they ran out of a bar?
Fu with Thank You for Everything, Julie Newmar. Never seen it. Yeah, no, it's a fun movie. Wesley Snipes, Kurt Russell, and I think John Leguizamo.
I don't know it.
Yeah, it was a show in the 90s, or a movie in the 90s about drag queens. Good times.
All right, we got a Twitch streamer went viral after being banned from the platform.
Now we're talking.
For running a Queefing for Subs live stream.
Oh my God.
We should get her in here. I want to challenge her with some farts.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like how... Isn't that how like Howard Stern got big ratings? What's the problem here?
I don't
get it. Let her queef.
Yeah, let her queef.
Queef it up.
This is what
That's a good shirt. Let her queef.
Yeah, I'm pro queef.
Where'd you find this article? The Wall Street Journal? Where are we pulling this from?
Pop Crush. Whatever that is.
what the hell? Where are we getting these articles?
By the way,
queefing for subs?
Did the captain just fucking die? Where is he?
He had to undo the boats.
He didn't come back.
Yeah, he's at the schooner. Yeah, but no, I mean, you know, it's weird that you're not allowed to queef on Twitch. It's Twitch.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
You can fart, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
Why is this bad?
What about OnlyFans? Is that the same thing or
No, that's where she went to go queef it up.
Queef it up.
Yeah, good for her. Queef Latifah. That's her handle on Twitter. If you want to look her up.
This is American. Again, it's like you go and you watch like 911 call videos.
Yeah.
And it's no problem. But if you queef, it's like you got to get banned.
I saw one of the tweets. It was like, we need to normalize women doing it. I'm like, normalize? This isn't MLK. Like, what? Maybe dial it back a little.
Queefs are great, though.
I love a queef.
Pussy farts.
Yeah, I mean,
They are.
It means you're doing well, I think.
I mean, I don't know if I would call them great.
Well, they're funny.
They're not bad.
They should teach kids how to queef.
They're funny unless your dick causes one.
Oh, is that
when
bad?
your dick causes one, that means there's a lot of air around it. Your dick's not taking
Too
up.
small.
Well, now you just ruined my day. I'm the queef king.
Yeah, a queef is sort of like a small dick alarm.
The more they queef, that means your dick is not really filling up what you need to be.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it means there's air.
Oh, damn it.
I haven't heard a queef in years, by the way.
I queef every time.
I've heard a few.
All right. You're doing all right downtown.
I'm average.
All right. That's what I thought I was.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I love when guys go, I never had any complaints. Like a woman's going to go, I'd like to make a complaint.
Can I speak to a manager here? I ordered 2 more inches of dick.
2 more fingers.
Would you take a bigger dick or going longer? Or like
bigger dick?
Bigger dick, dude. What kind of question?
Bigger dick or what?
Going
Jesus Christ.
lasting longer.
Like if you had a...
Oh, yeah. No one cares about
what's
lasting
the
longer.
laughing? That's like from her perspective. I'll take the bigger dick. I don't care if I last longer.
No, but I'm talking about like you can't give... Like, you know how depressing it's going to be for you every time? Every time you're going to do 20 seconds?
I could still eat her pussy. I don't have to use my dick for that.
And you can jerk off before.
Yeah.
You can get a Viagra.
The lasting longer thing is like almost a nuisance.
Yeah.
Well, too big.
Wait a minute, though. Like,
You don't go too big.
Really? Like, you want to give a little...
If you last too long, though, then she's like annoyed. How often do you with her go like, well, she's trying to talk sexy, like, I want you to come, and you're like, you're not enjoying this.
Nah, I know. There's a lot of that.
What do you think the average is? Like 6-7 minutes average?
Average 6-7 minutes. Depends on the
Well,
age.
it depends on condom or no condom. There's a lot of factors
How
here.
hot the girl is.
Yeah.
You know, if
How
she's-
drunk you are. That's a big one.
That's a big
Are
one.
you on coke?
Is she making fun of you for being adopted? There's a lot of factors here about whether or not you're coming.
Is her stubble showing? Did I say that out loud?
Is she a drag queen?
right. The wheelchair.
You know what's funny is when like you try to ignore the truth of stereotypes, but it's in your face and you can't help it.
True for a reason.
Like I played basketball, I'd be in the locker room, and it's true.
The black dick.
I mean, it's
crazy.
They're just uncomfortably big sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've never seen, I've seen like big white dicks.
They're out
but,
there.
Like, they can be up there, but like when they're big, it's like they're black. When they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. But maybe it's just my tiny dick talk. But I've heard a lot of ladies like that. The big ones, they heard.
They can't be.
It's a myth. We don't like it.
Yeah, that could be just, I don't know.
This is why I proposed.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, I've seen some uncomfortably big black dicks.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Just like,
That's just on my desktop.
Yeah.
But also there's some math involved too, where you're like, all right, I'm looking at that guy's dong. It's 46 inches. But how long till we hit the sternum here of a lady? You know, like how far can you really put that
They only
in
have
logistically?
Yeah, no.
Well, Theo Vaughn actually had a theory. He
Please.
said in the culture, he feels like the dicks correlate to the ass size.
I've heard this from a black guy. I heard this.
Yeah. So I was like,
I don't know if that's a theory.
I thought it was funny, but then I gave it some good
Like that's a
scientific
theory, like he's
consideration.
Isaac Newton.
I don't know if that's a theory.
You got beakers going.
E equals MC squared.
But that explains
Look at her
the
ass.
Asian.
It explains the Asian. That's it. That's what he said. The Asian, small, no asses, flat.
Well, women's white asses are getting bigger, so maybe white dicks will get bigger as
Yeah.
well.
You know,
With
it's
evolution.
an interesting theory.
I like it. I had a black guy tell me that because you got to get past the ass
Right.
to inseminate.
Right. I don't know if I could get there.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I could get there, dude.
I know.
My dick would have to wear lifts. I'd have to like be on the shoulder of another dick in a raincoat.
It's like rush hour on like a Sunday getting back in the. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it. Right?
Wow. Okay. It can stretch to 4 to 8 inches. Who is this?
I
What?
heard 8 was the. I heard 8 was the max
as a
that you could
woman.
give it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Interesting. I hope she doesn't get too aroused.
I think there's something just small dick dudes created to make us feel better. Like only the first 2 inches are sensitive. You're
That
like,
was-
is
Dude, that
really-
baby dick thing is brutal.
What's that?
That like condition that dudes have that like where they have a dick that's like a fucking-
micro.
like a micro dick.
Yeah.
That's,
Hitler,
that's
right?
What did he?
Hitler had a micro
No,
dick.
did he have a
He
micro?
had one ball.
Probably did.
I know he had one
Yeah.
ball.
That
don't
explains
do
a lot
that.
of anger.
You don't do that with a big dick.
You don't give speeches that angrily.
Yeah, if you have
That's
a big
true.
dick. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, you just don't. But
Was
that
that-
micro dick is tough when it's like one of those things on a roulette wheel where
Oh,
you can't even
dude.
tuck it. It just,
Bet on black. Don't go there.
All right, last story. A girl discovered her stepfather is her biggest OnlyFans supporter, spending over $2,000
Oh, my
on her
God.
how about a thank you?
Yeah,
How about a thank you?
You're welcome for the money.
Yeah, but there could be something behind it. You got to figure out what that is. Guy's living with her.
And it broke up her
Oh, he
wedding
is.
with her mother. Huh.
Oh, wow.
She's pretty hot.
Worth it. Damn.
I mean, that's a tough conversation with your mother. Like, Mom, your boyfriend's looking at pictures of me naked on the internet. And she's like, there are pictures of you naked on the internet? She's like, one thing at a time. Let's,
yeah, right.
Let me ask you a question, though. If you were dating a woman and you found out her hot legal daughter had
Look at that ass. That's a
OnlyFans
nice
page, how do you not? My question is, how do you not?
There's not even a chance. That's
How do you not?
horrible.
How do you not what?
You
How do
can't
you
do
not
that.
order it and look? How do you
can't
not?
do
It's
that.
too
You can't
tempting.
do
You
it.
can't do
You
it.
can't not
You
do
can't do it. No, you can't do it.
No, you can't do it.
What are you
Yeah.
guys? Gay? What are you talking about?
I mean, it's
Am I
too good.
crazy?
Are you a glutton for punishment? Are you out of your mind?
I'm dating her.
Are you nuts, dude?
It's my stepdaughter.
Which is every
Do you know how
porn, by the
creepy
way.
that is?
What's creepy about that?
Sneaking to look at the woman that you're dating's daughter naked?
Woody Allen did this, but minus OnlyFans.
Well, his was a little different. His was a little different. He was more of a father figure to her.
Sure.
When did he?
He married her though. Made an
and
honest
they're
woman out
still
of her.
together, So who's got
I think
the real
he's still with her.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But she's pretty hot.
She is attractive.
She's very hot.
I mean, Angelina Jolie and they're on their second go. Ben Affleck
yeah.
and Young Fee and Woody are still together. What's her name? Sung Fee.
Soon
Yi.
What? But I have a question. Is everyone on fucking OnlyFans?
Yes.
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
hear about this all the time.
Yes.
And I've never done it. I've never like clicked on it or anything. But it's amazing. There's another thing on the internet called porn.
I've never even heard of it.
I'm not. No, I know what it is.
I have no idea.
I've never. I'm serious. I've never. Like, there's enough porn on the internet that if I need to look, I can look. It's fine.
true.
Dude, you could get off tour if you put pictures of your feet up there. Not even joking.
My feet? No, I don't
If
think
you get
so.
sick of regular porn and you want to see Carrie Fiennes' feet, it's $5 a month.
I've seen her in a flip flop. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want it.
She's
But I
got
also.
like $20,000 a month or something.
Oh, she's
40
killing
grand.
it.
Yeah,
she's killing it.
But it's weird. But I read this article and it was like she was complaining, like, yeah, my stepdad. She was like, we narrowed him down to 6 suspects, like it's a fucking Knives Out or something. But like we narrowed it down, and she goes, and I knew, and it was him who watched me fuck my boyfriend for weeks on the internet. And I'm like, I got a great idea for you. Maybe stop fucking your boyfriend on the internet.
Yeah,
that might be the solution.
Yeah.
Stop putting it out there if you don't want creeps to watch.
I mean, why are you
Yeah.
turning away good paying customers?
Yeah.
I mean, Dad
and
paid. It
I
didn't-
bet she kept the money too.
Yeah,
she wasn't like, here you go, stepdad.
I'd be upset if he pirated it.
dude, but
he didn't. Right.
she lives with him, dude.
Yeah, but it's a stepdaughter. He's dating the mom.
There's no blood.
Dude, you're gonna look me in the eye, all three, and say,
Yes.
if you were living with, and you had this hot, the woman you were dating's daughter was this hot, and she had an OnlyFans page. You're not gonna take a peek.
I promise.
You're gonna
that
lie.
I, not only would not only would I, not only would I not do it, I would be so away from it that I would be disgusted
agree.
by
You
it.
have to put blinders on when she comes in the room, and knowing
Yeah.
she's OnlyFans. Maybe look at her Instagram. Get a swimsuit.
Oh, hey, Mark, I'm going to take it a step further. She's private.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now I have to just peek at
you taking a
the,
peek?
Because dude, here's the
bathroom.
deal: you're
taking a peek.
you're having breakfast with her in the morning, like you're fucking like.
Peters, you're opening her bedroom door. You're just peeking in.
That's free.
That's free. That ain't OnlyFans.
No subscription
This ain't
there.
$5.99 a month.
No
Wait,
pop-up blockers.
You guys do know he's not related to either one of these girls.
Yeah, but he's dating the mom.
No, we're not. This is not an incest thing.
yeah,
we're
yeah,
judging
no,
for.
yeah.
We're saying like you're fucking the mom. Maybe don't try to fuck the daughter too. This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't the movie of your life.
Why though? Why? What are you guys, fucking Pope or something? Like why?
Bro. The Pope?
Yeah.
Because you don't fuck your girlfriend's daughter.
Unless she's. But he didn't fuck her. You see, you're saying he fucked her. He didn't
We
fuck
don't
her.
desire. Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's
to
a
desire
bad
her in your
look.
head is different than subscribing to pictures of her fucking.
What would be
another
the difference
dude.
if he jerked off to her in the shower? No.
Wait. Does he watch her in the shower?
No. But she's not. But she does.
What jerks off in the shower in his mind?
Yeah, it's just in his.
That's
It's just
fine.
his
That's
mind.
very different.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
She's advertising it. She wants people to pay.
No, but
It's
there's
not-
no
watching her in
evidence.
The shower would be like she doesn't want people to watch
I hate
her
to
in
say
the
it.
shower.
This is how you know that OnlyFans is not like admirable at all. I'm sorry to say if you're on it, but because like if I had a stepmom who bought my comedy album, I'd be like, thanks. I wouldn't be like, you're fucking weird.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
a good
like,
point.
don't put. My other thing is, don't put this shit out there if it bothers you who's watching.
That's my point.
And my other point is,
I agree with that.
My other point, but my other thing is also, don't date a woman and then at least publicly jerk off to the daughter. If you're gonna jerk off to the daughter in your head, that no one can stop you from your imagination.
And nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Don't do it unless you want to think about something unbelievably hot.
I think you wait for him to break up with the lady, then do it once you're broken up. This is too weird because you're in the home.
Yeah.
He's in the house with him.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
Look,
He's in the crib, dude.
I know you guys are lying.
No.
We're not. I'm really not.
I've been farting all night.
Look
I got
at her.
nothing to
Look
hide
at her,
here.
dude.
No, we're
Look at
not.
her.
We're
She's very
admitting she's very
attractive.
hot.
Let's see what the mom looks like. Can we see what the mom looks like?
Oh, pull up the mom.
Because if the mom's all jacked up,
Mom's
we
on the
know that
right,
he's
right or no?
Probably just with the mom to jack off.
Yeah.
to her.
By the way, this is a big difference than giving a girl like, hey, would you like $2,000? I want to give you, or it's like, hey, I gave you $2,000. Jacking off to you. There's a big difference.
Big diff.
Either way, though, $2,000 is still in your pocket.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I sound like her attorney because I
Well,
kind of am
unless
in
he's a
this scenario.
super supportive stepfather.
I mean, he
just
could
wants
be great in every other way.
That's
Let's.
true.
I'm curious what the mom looks like too, though.
Yeah, we
at
got to
this
find out
point.
what
It
the
could
mom
be a
looks like.
pillar of society.
Isn't the mom on the right? Isn't that's not
No, that's her in a different hairdo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that the family? Oh, okay. Oh, I wish.
Guy's got his arm around.
Yeah.
What an unromantic reason. Like, you have to tell your friends, like, why'd you call off the wedding? He was jerking off to my daughter. I mean,
Yeah. But he was paying for it.
What if he was, but do we know for a fact that he was jacking off to her? What if he was just monitoring her to make sure?
all right.
she wasn't doing
I think he would have written a
crazy?
check.
You think so?
Yeah, I think if he was just into supporting her, you just give the money. You don't privately.
That's what I would have said. Well, I'm just monitoring it.
Who's your cyber guardian?
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're not doing anything too crazy.
He's got to get into college. You know?
I would have said I would have made the lie to the mother. I would have been like, look, I was going to tell you. I was doing a secret investigation.
Yeah.
I was watching her for you.
And yes, I mean, attractive woman, but I don't think you date someone and then pay to jerk off to the daughter. It's
Yes,
fucking
you do
weird.
it for free while she's changing in the home.
You don't pay for it unless she's got OnlyFans.
I guess so.
And then you do it.
At least make a fake account. This guy was going right out of his bank account.
Dude, that gross thing on the right, I just can't get out of my.
Yeah, what
is
is
there a
that?
way to get that off? I mean, it's hard to be looking at this and then see
I thought
that
was my
decrepit dick.
I was confused.
I just think
That's what her stepdad's dick looks like after all the guilt.
After the jerking.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just see her on Insta? Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah,
Because maybe he could have just gone for free and looked at her old bikini pics from.
Dude, I'm
spring break.
buzzing my fucking balls off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm drunk right now.
I'm not
All
feeling
right.
a thing.
Like, not really.
Not feeling a thing.
Well, I had 3.
Oh, you had 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sipping one.
He's ready for another one, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll just do one more top off and then I got to really call it, too, because then it's going to get weird.
Is it really not? See, it's not available. Maybe that's the problem.
I guess you're
Private
right.
profile.
Dude, this is the best podcast ever.
Yeah.
Dude, you get booze and fucking, you're watching fun.
Oh, and he broke out the Lagavulin too because you said you drank.
Oh, shit.
wow.
You're going to get a DUI, baby.
Oh, did you see that fucking that you know the way there's like these vigilante going against pedophiles? Like they find you,
Oh,
they
yeah,
find you in like a
pedophile
Target,
hunters.
and they're just like, dude, you came here to meet like a 15-year-old boy. Dude, this guy. Did you see the one where the guy was in a parking lot in Denver, and he goes, "Call your wife right now. Call your wife and tell her what you did, dude." And the guy was married to her for like 40 years, and he just goes, "No, tell her." And he goes, "Hey, babe," and she goes, "Hey," and they were married forever. And he goes, "Go tell him what you did." And he just goes, I was here picking up a 14-year-old boy, and she just goes, what? Dude, and he goes, no, tell it. And dude, it was actually one of the hardest things to watch a guy's whole life, and the confusion of his wife know that everything that they built together was fucking over. Brutal. It was fucking brutal. He goes, no, tell him. And he just goes, I'm here in Denver meeting with a 14-year-old boy. And he goes, tell him why. And he goes, tell him for sex. And he goes, for sex. And she's just like, what? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
it was fucked up, man.
That guy makes the OnlyFans guy look like a prince.
Yes,
You know?
that's the thing. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, I guess so. That guy is on the spectrum.
You should not fuck kids.
Yeah.
That's a bad decision.
No, fucking kids is bad.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's people out there that do.
This girl, I'm just looking at pictures. I feel like I know this girl's whole life now. Matt's just been pulling up pictures of her nonstop the whole podcast.
We can't get one gander at the mom, huh?
Nah, she'll be on OnlyFans soon, I bet. OnlyFans is a crazy
I'm just saying, I put myself in that position. Like if I'm dating a mom with a kid, we're grown up. I'm in my 60s, 50s.
Yeah,
she's
we know.
25.
We
I'm
know.
not there for a second marriage. I'm there to get my rocks off. I'm jerking off to everybody. Yeah,
Right.
I'm jerking off to the daughter's friends. her.
Jesus, Yanni.
Yeah.
How many drinks you have?
This is a dark one, right? How is he the drunk one right now? What the hell?
I mean, I'm not.
I'm jerking off to the kids. I'm jerking off to the friends. I'm jerking off to everybody.
Everybody's adults. 30, a grown adult, parents.
Giannis's next marriage, miss. I'm not here for you. I'm here to get my rocks off. All right.
I'm here for a good time.
Yeah.
What's your daughter's account?
I mean, it's a fascinating case. It's very a complex case because she's putting the shit out there.
Yes.
And he's looking at it, and she's attractive. It is a tough spot, but you know, if you live with the lady, you got to wait till you're broken up.
Very, very long time, man. Thank you.
This is a paper plane margarita. So can you tell us the ingredients breakdown? Because I'm thinking people are going to want to make this.
Yeah, so it's
I wish he was my stepdad.
It's
my
2
dad never bought my
ounces
album.
Blanco tequila, about 3/4 ounce Aperol, and lemon juice, and a little bit of triple sec.
Nice.
Johnny, get one. We'll go smoke a stick.
I got a car.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, he's driving.
But I'm in town for a while.
You doing spots tonight?
No, I'm doing more pods later.
What else you got, Paul?
Me and Bobby Kelly are doing.
Oh, man, you're going to ruin that one.
Yeah.
You're going to be throwing out the N-word. It's going to be wild.
No.
Bobby Kelly, drunk.
That's so funny. I'm not here for you. I'm here to get my rocks off.
Get my rocks off.
It's been a killer ep, though. I mean, it's been a classic.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a good time.
Did we finish the news? Yeah. Okay, great. Just checking. I might get on OnlyFans.
We're done? I thought we just got
Oh, you got to, well, we might as well finish off the drink.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Do you guys have any recs or pet peeves? Anyone? Like, sometimes we do recommendations on this podcast, and it will be something that Mark's recommended. Like, we rec movies sometimes, a book, whatever. Mark has recommended taking a walk. I think it's a great fucking rec, actually.
Oh, it's a great walk.
You know what I just say? I'm getting into jury duty. You guys watching this?
Is it good?
It's great.
I hear it's amazing.
It's
Wait,
great.
what do you mean?
Sorry.
Was this OnlyFans?
That's her
What is
mom?
this?
Is that the mom?
No.
Oh, jeez. Don't
Was that
tease
her?
me, Peters.
Paul, I want to
No,
see
that was
what
a
she's
young
posting.
lady.
No,
What
that
is
was a
this?
different picture.
That's her, though, right?
Yeah.
Let's see the video. I want to see what they're posting.
This video is my rec. First day
This is
trying
her.
a new activewear. Oh, that's her. She's
Yeah.
blonde in this one. All right.
She's like well into her 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could be 30.
Oh,
How is this content? I don't get how people post. Certain shit I don't get what you're posting.
you know what it is? You get to know them. So you're like, now I know this girl who's getting naked. I don't know.
It's become like just mind-numbing stuff. It's
It's
truly
mind-numbing.
mind-numbing.
We're getting dumber. Like, I
Yeah.
feel dumber after
Oh, my
watching
God.
that.
It's really the lowest
Yeah,
right
it's the
now.
lowest.
Really
The
become.
fact that some of these TikTok, when you see some of these TikTok videos that got 14 million and you see what it is, you're going like 14 million people took the time
crazy.
to watch that shit.
My favorite of the crowd work videos where the audience is funnier than the comic.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone's just throwing them up now.
Yeah, it's pathetic. Content is the bar is getting so low.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. You guys together? We're just friends. Oh, he wants to fuck you. Dates come down. Yeah. This is brilliant stuff.
The thing is, it's like all bubbles, it'll burst. Because a lot of those people will get some people to come out and see them, and then they'll go and they'll be a little disappointed.
Short money.
And
So, what do we have, another year of this podcast? I mean, how long? I mean, look, I'll keep doing it, but I'm just saying, like, how long is the podcast bubble going to burst? I can't believe people listen to this, and I love chopping up with Mark every week, but I'm blown away. People listen.
People listen. They
some
need
of them
content.
will go away, but the good ones, the funny guys, people
Well,
always
when people
always
respect- yeah.
tune into you two guys,
Yeah.
no matter what you do, because you're like incredible comics. So whether you're sitting,
I was literally just showing a girl I'm dating, Mauricia, the other day, and she was laughing her ass off. I was like, "This is one of my." I was like, "Let me show you one of my favorite things," and it was Yannis doing Mauricia, which is like, I love
It's
that
one
character.
of the. Oh, it's so.
I think
good.
it's a brilliant character.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
And also that the music video does it. I mean, it was like
fun,
I mean, that should be a fucking show. You should do a show as Mauricia.
It's a little dicey now.
dicey, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think go
Hello,
all in.
drag
Fuck
queen.
it.
But I do remember that was the end. I think it was like 2012. I kind of remember.
But dicey now, it's over. It's not
It's
dicey
over now.
anymore.
Yeah, it's over now. Yeah, I think it's over. I think
I also think it could be you didn't do it in a mean way. You did it in a way where you're like, this is like a real human and like
Yeah.
it was a character.
She
You
had
did
depth.
it.
Yeah.
You did it as like a 3-dimensional character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I remember watching you do it live and laughing my ass off, and the crowd ate it up, and they were it was like a diverse, cool crowd.
Killed.
You got to be a real asshole to get mad at that character.
Yeah.
That character is...
Nobody really has.
No.
It's not really...
I was at a wedding, and they were like, these old Greeks were like Topanos, and I was...
it's a comedy character. It's just, hey, we're trying to out here making you laugh.
Yeah.
Getting mad at
give you a good time.
But that's why I'm kind of like, man, that's like a sitcom. Like, that's like, I mean, you and Serge and Yamanika, I mean, that's like
It was great. But that I think that era's kind of over anyway. It's just like, hey, make videos. It's the same
But you
thing.
could.
Yeah.
You could make that into something.
Yeah, you could. I totally could be it could be a sitcom. A lot of things could. But I just don't know if anyone's watching sitcoms anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, but you could make your own web show, is my point. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, there's other shit you could do. Like, and Mark Jercitti's watching a show. I mean, Jury. People still watch it. It's just you got to jump through more hoops to make it. But you could make something like that yourself, I think.
Yeah.
But I think what Yannis was saying too is that people are going to continue to watch content of people that they know when they go see are going to deliver, continue to be there, and are great at what they do. It's the people that have a podcast or do a TikTok thing and they blow up real quick and the crowd gets filled up in a theater and everyone goes, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's happening where people are going
All
like 15 minutes in, they're going, everybody's like, oh dude, I just kind of like their YouTube channel. We shouldn't have came to this. I'm never coming back.
Well,
that's what it is.
Here's the thing. I think Hollywood is being short-sighted. This is my opinion. I'm probably right. Because it's just the thing about everything becomes trite when it becomes saturated, right? So screens are everywhere. So it's not special anymore to be on a screen, to watch someone on a screen. But going to see someone live is very special. I think that's why you're seeing such a boom in live. I mean, this is the biggest boom in the history of humanity. There's never been more comedians or live performers.
We're having a great time.
And there's nothing better than doing it for an hour and just having a great time live.
Because
and those
it's
people
special
love it.
for people.
Yeah.
It's like, it used to be watching a TV show would be special because you're watching something on a screen. So you're like, how did you get on there?
Yes.
It's so few people on a screen.
Great point.
But now it's like the rare thing is to see someone live and have it be an amazing show.
Isn't that weird that
because
this is how seeing live entertainment, I feel like 100 years ago was a thrill.
We've come full circle.
Exactly. And then you're like, the moving pictures, it's the movies. And now you're right, it's completely back to where it was.
Because it's trite. It's like, you're on a... Yeah, you can watch anything on a screen. You can watch someone queefing on a screen. You can watch your stepdaughter fucking her boyfriend on a screen.
And anybody can upload to YouTube. Anybody.
It's so commonplace, but not everyone could go and kill and make an audience go crazy for an hour. And so eventually that will be the thing. That, like your TV show will be your live. You'll see like a bunch of live game shows, traveling podcast, Are You Garbage, stand-ups, like a live great show.
But
that'll
then,
be the special event.
By your logic, will live get boring and then go back to something else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, I don't think a live performance that's good will never get boring.
Well, it'll become old. It'll become like, everything it does, nothing goes forever. It'll, like Broadway was hot for a while. Everything.
Yeah, like
technology
radio
changes things.
I hope that like some production companies get it together though, because like I love movies. I love
movies
dude,
too.
Me too.
I really do. Like I love like good movies and movies that take risks, and it's harder. I think it's harder to make a movie that's risky.
They'll always be there.
I just feel like, but I feel like
You
so
think?
many of the movies that are like getting made now are like superhero movies and like
horror movies,
big
all these
budget.
enough horror.
But at least horror they're coming at it with an original way. Sometimes I feel like the superhero shit is just rehashed.
Dude, and nothing is more sad than when you see the behind the scenes of those Marvel movies and it's just all those huge A-list actors standing in front of green screens. They're all just standing in like the same room and like looking up. It's fucking awful.
And some of them are fun, but they've just made so many
of
that
them.
you're just like, you long for the days of like Mark and I romanticize like the late 60s 70s period of film where we're like obsessed with
Give me like a Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah,
some characters.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But where you're like, this is a fucking movie where you like where you feel something, and I don't know, that's why there's less of those.
Air was Air. I don't know if you saw Air.
I can't wait to see it.
My older brother just texted me. He said it's incredible.
It's really good.
He said you got to watch it.
And the fact that it's true. Some movies you're watching like this would never happen, but it's true. So you're like you're locked in because you're like this really happened. That makes it more fun.
I think people still watch stuff when it's amazing. Yellowstone.
Well, but I think, but that goes to what we're saying about comics. Like You've been doing I've been doing comedy over 20 years. You've been doing comedy over 20. How many years?
16.
How many years?
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like when
maybe
somebody
more,
is just doing spots for years and has been to those rooms Yannis was saying where you're in somebody's living room, but you're also at the cellar, you're also done theaters, you're also done... When you do that for a long time, that's going to just be a better show than somebody that's not, so that is going to get phased out.
For sure.
That's just going to get phased out.
It's so fun because I see these young comics running around, like you do the roads, you have some host open for you, and he's like 22, he's green, and he's like, this guy's got 8 million views, he's got 40,000 followers, and you're like, but they're all bad, and they can't see the forest from the trees. They're like, he's got 100 million followers, what the hell? But I'm like, he's got no act.
Right.
It comes back to the act.
Right.
You got to be able to kill. You got to be good.
When you focus so much on building the brand, you're neglecting the art. You know, and that's not. I'm not calling this an art. Settle down. I'm not like trying to sound pretentious with this shit. I know we're clowns, as we said before.
Traveling clowns.
Calm down. But like, you know, you neglect this and you focus on the other aspects of it. And look, it's two different businesses.
That's right.
It's fun in the moment.
It's fun, and it's great to build this, and it makes it easier when people come out to see you. But man, you really gotta. Mark and I talked about this to death. Is like, the more shit you do to promote this, to sell tickets on the road, the more you're taking away from what we did every day. Like Mark and I as open micers meet in a coffee shop and bouncing bits. And that was really the premise. That was the podcast. That was like, we used to like get fucking coffee and just be like, is this funny? No. Is this funny? You know, I mean, that's, we labored over jokes, and I miss that sometimes. I mean, we there's still time, but I feel like we're losing time sometimes.
No, phone calls used to be, hey man, I wrote this joke about this, and what do you think? Yeah. And now it's going like, hey man, if I do this, you think I could get like 1,000 more followers? And it's fucked up. It is fucked up, man.
Will this go viral? Has this been done? Yeah, it's not the same.
But that being said, this is good what we're doing right here. I'm enjoying this, and I think this is like, I think hopefully people enjoy this, and there's still ways to be creative.
Sure,
but I want to make shows. I want to do other stuff. It's not just like there's a lot you can do here, and I want to be creative in other ways. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's I think it's out there. It's possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just do it yourself. You can just do it yourself.
That's what you got to do now.
Yeah, maybe like just take your money and just make something.
I think that's what I got to do.
It's like we were saying with the industry, they take 8 million years to get a meeting going. And we have notes, and the notes take 2 weeks, and you got to apply the notes. That takes another 2 weeks. Just fucking make it.
Yeah, well, that's why they couldn't compete, because they were doing that, and people were just putting stuff out on the internet. And then when the quality evened out with the technology coming down in price, it was just over.
Right.
Because they rely on so much bullshit to justify so many people's jobs. That's why they stretch it out. Like somebody's got to be the guy who calls you. Then this guy's, you know.
Exactly.
It's like when Elon came and slashed 80% of Twitter. They still ran. You're like, what's going on? But you need that. You need people who have fake jobs, because what are they going to do now?
Well, no one's working now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared. You guys aren't scared about this?
A little.
Not for us. We're going to be fine.
First of all, I don't know if we're going to be fine.
We'll be okay. Comedy's like the bar business. People go there when they're feeling sad, and since life is shit, we'll always be in business.
It's only two things that go up in prices: is alcohol and entertainment.
By the way, it's like the classic Sopranos thing. The two things that are recession-proof: the mafia and most forms of entertainment.
Yeah,
I would think of Silvio saying that to Tony, but I don't know if I believe it with comedy, because you never know what happens. I mean, with COVID, we lost so much, and like, thank God it came back. But like,
cockroaches, man, we survived.
Yeah, but what do you think? What do you think would happen in comedy where people
robots don't understand context? They can't. Robots don't do context.
Yeah, and they don't have the emotion.
We'll see. I don't know. Hey man, I don't want to be a pessimist here, but who the fuck knows how smart this technology gets?
How about they just stop the robots now? How about it just stops, dude?
That's the weird thing. Well, technology it never stops. It always wins. The horse and buggy's out, you know. But the weird thing is the head of Google was like, this is bad. Yeah. We got to shut this down. And you're like, you made the goddamn thing. And you kept the money, you cum guzzler.
How about you give up your house?
Yeah, exactly.
The scary thing is they're all saying this is bad.
But didn't the one robot go like to take over the human race? Didn't it say that? They asked like, "What's your goal?" And one of them was like to take over the human race. And they were like, "All right, off button."
Yeah, but now it can animate, it can draw, you can do legal work, it can make songs.
Jeez, what is it, Mateo Lane?
Yeah, it's really as talented as him.
It's vaudeville.
They can put They can put like Christian Walker in Fast and Furious movies for the rest of eternity.
Paul Walker.
Man.
Paul Walker, Christian Walker. Oh, Christian Walker is Herschel Walker's gay son, who I love. It's the best. It's the best to hear right-wing talking points out of that left-wing voice.
I love how
Build the border! No immigration!
There's a comic, I'm not going to say who, but he went on stage at the Cellar last night and he was like, I'm going to read an AI joke and I'm going to read a joke that I did, but I won't tell you which one is which. And he read the first one and I was like, it was cute, whatever, kind of something. Then he read the second one and it killed. And he was like, thank God I wrote the second one. And you're like, all right, we're still okay.
Well, it's like Yannis said, the AI can't get the emotion of the story or the joke.
Like when you know when you bomb a joke and you go, well, that joke bombed and that gets a laugh, AI won't be able to do that. Yeah. AI will be able to, they won't be able to feel that, like, oh shit, I'm bombing
the
here.
awareness and to be able to,
And they won't be like, look at her tits, and that guy won't shut the fuck up, and the room's weird. You make fun of, there's a chandelier in here. I'm talking about my dick in
By
front
the way,
of a chandelier.
AI's listening to this podcast. They're like, look at her tits. Killer punchline.
I'm bombing. Start to recognize.
Will AI be able to scan tits?
I think of the movie Ex Machina all the time.
Great movie.
It's such an incredible movie, but I like, oh my God, that's like a terrifying glimpse into like, who knows, maybe, right?
Well, the scary thing is that, context, that's what makes us human, is context.
Yes.
That's where the soul lies, in context. And AI can't discern the difference. And, it's interesting that we don't never think about the fact that we've been conditioned by AI. Like, we're being raised. Like, these generations are being raised by algorithms.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you see people acting, because people act like AI now. They hear a word and they're like, I'm offended. You're like, you didn't hear the context. You're like, you're a robot.
That's interesting.
Why are you acting like a robot?
I think about that all the time.
I was raised by one.
I do so many interviews where people are like, are you worried about censorship in comedy? I say, not like, I'm not worried about people being offended.
Right.
I could give a fuck about that. I'm worried about algorithms hearing certain words, like the word Nazi. And I can be condemning Nazis in a joke, but they hear the word Nazi, so they just bury the joke.
Right.
And I'm like, well, that's nuance right there.
Yeah.
You're ignoring nuance. So I worry about that in terms of like, burying jokes. But I don't worry about people being like, that joke is offensive. Fuck them. Who could give a fuck about them? They weren't gonna get the joke anyway if they tuned out.
You don't feel it really live. You don't really feel anything live.
Especially on the road.
Yeah, on the road you don't feel it. But yeah, I mean, people on
because there are people
act like
they know what to expect.
Robots. Yeah, they're real people live. The context is live. They're people. They get it. They see your expression. They know the context of we've gathered into this comedy club to hear inappropriate things said in jest. They get sarcasm. They get irony. But not AI.
What do you think?
And your fans know you, so you don't have to worry.
Me.
Your fans are coming for you. That's not ever going to be.
That's a huge.
They know what to expect. Yeah.
But what do you think it is about a joke that really gets under people's skin, whereas like an action movie or a rape scene or a murder?
It's the truth.
Is that what it is? Well, suicide is true.
I disagree.
No, it's not the truth.
I think it's that in the movie they've accepted that these are characters, and on stage they think this is you. I think that's what it is.
I think the political divide. I think the political divide and everything that the media does and separates people. When you say something up there, they automatically. I think they put you in that category, whichever aisle they think you're on, and I think that they're judging you on that too.
Well, I think the algorithm has done that too. Has increasingly made everyone extreme. I think the algorithm.
Where people are literally weren't meant to see the joke. Well, like the people who meant to see the joke, but then the random people just kind of open the door and be like, "I don't like that joke. You weren't meant to see it. But they're peeking it. I mean, now everyone sees the joke.
Yeah. Well, the people who get angry at it, that's content for them.
Well, like we were talking about,
they're content creators.
But when we were talking before about the drag queens, and I said on this podcast, I go, "Why are they? I just want to know why they're in a school with an eight-year-old."
Yeah.
And now somebody could listen to that and go, "Oh, Virzi's a fucking." But no, you don't know my. You don't. But that happens everywhere. You don't know how I really feel about everything. I'm just saying that type of thing. I could see it being confusing and don't understand why it's there. But now somebody listen to this going, "Fuck him. He's against fucking."
And they put you in a box.
And I'm in a box, right?
If they want to take you down, they'll find something.
They'll find a way.
The only thing that protects you is if you're not famous enough. If you get famous enough, they'll find something because it's content for that person.
Yes.
That person.
I remember hearing Colin Quinn say, he goes, if they want to cancel you, all they need is Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they'll find a reason. Yeah, they'll find something. They'll take a clip here. They'll figure it out.
That's why it's good not to get famous.
You don't want to get too famous.
Yeah.
You don't want to fly too close to the sun.
Right.
You want to stay right.
But can we ever get to a point where we're calling out these people who use our livelihood as content?
Well, I think
isn't that evil?
Yeah, well, I think people are sick of it. I think it's like it's a boy that cried wolf.
I think it still works.
Could you imagine
There's
these
levels.
people?
So.
There's levels.
There's levels. Like you want to cancel Harvey,
Hey,
I get it.
Hey,
or Epstein,
we're making
or
Alec
Kelly.
Baldwin jokes. We're using his livelihood for our comedy. There's
But
levels
he's already
to this.
done. I wouldn't do it if he wasn't done.
What do you mean?
Like he already killed a lady.
Yeah.
The lady's dead. It's in the news.
By the way,
news...
there was a story that he was like a dick to a server at the gala.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
And you're just like, you murdered someone. You can't be nice for like a year and a half. You can't give us like a year and a half of being nice. Like Alec Baldwin shot a woman in the face,
right,
or whatever he shot her. Yeah, she was a mother and like a wife, and then like literally immediately he's like you're a nothing to a server. You're like, fuck you.
You got to be nice for a year and a half at least. Yeah.
That should be a sentence. Like you got up, and the judge should be like, you can't ever be rude to a waitress, a waiter.
Well, Gillis admittedly said he's like, after I got nicer, I got way nicer after I got canceled.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
He got also a lot more famous as well, so that helped.
But you know what? Shane got famous because he didn't get bitter. I mean, that was one of the beautiful things about Shane, I think, is that like that could have happened to him and he could have become a huge dick. But I think what happened was he was like, I'm just gonna go all in on my stuff.
Yep.
And being funny.
And being funny. And he was like nice in his comedy, I thought. I think there was like
he got humble, like in a way. Yeah, I talked to him about it, and I was like, dude, look what you did. You're out there doing your thing now. And you're not. And he goes, oh, thanks, man.
It was about being silly and funny, and
he didn't get crazy.
There was no malice and bitterness.
Because you get guys that go far the other way, and all of a sudden they're
Exactly.
fucking doing podcasts.
I remember I talked to him after it happened. I said, I really hope you don't ever go that way. And he goes, I won't. I said, good.
He's too smart.
Yeah, but
he's funny, he's talented, so
funny guy.
And some guys, you know, they just go, oh, fuck you did this to me. Well, now I'm going to go in the woods and do a podcast by a fucking bonfire.
Yeah.
And you know, and they start and they go, they put their chips in the other way, real big.
Yeah,
right.
I got bad news for you. There's already a podcast called The Bonfire, so you're in big trouble.
But here's the thing: you can't ignore the fact that those things do backfire and make people more famous.
What, canceling?
Yeah, I mean, it does put your name.
It depends on the
if you're
scenario.
huge, it takes you down. But if you're a little unknown,
yeah, but I think your actions after. I think your actions after are a big part.
It's
of
over.
it.
If it's over a joke, it could possibly inflate, you know, your ticket sales. But if it's over something behavioral, you're finished.
Kind of finished. I mean,
I guess it
D'Elia's got like
depends.
2 sold-out shows at the Beacon.
Who?
Does he?
Yes.
After the
Who does?
D'Elia. I mean, he's
really?
still doing a sold-out
did
theater.
something-
Whoa.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, his fans don't care. Now, listen, and it sounds like
He sold out
did
4
that.
shows at a middle school too, which
Yeah,
I thought
he's
was a little
really-
weird. But
He's what you call Black Friday shopper. He shows up a little too early to the store. You're like, hey, guy, it's not open yet.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Whoa.
So, but, you know, it's just still people.
Well, the Bud Light lady, whatever, Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
Huge.
Very nice of you to call
Yeah.
her lady.
Oh.
Well done.
Is it
Yeah.
still Dylan?
Diliana.
No,
you never know.
I think Dylan could go either.
Yeah, Dylan's
Oh, yeah.
androgynous, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
but D'Elia's, you can't get worse than that, and it's still sold out. Theaters, 2 of them
Sure.
speaking. You know,
Whoa.
and then all the other ones. I think his whole fucking schedule is sold out. So
wow.
yeah,
the problem with this stuff is I think they go too far. You know, it's like some people deserve to have consequence culture take them down. But
I
then
read the Rolling
some
Stone
people-
article on him, and it was pretty. It
was rough.
It was pretty troubling.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's troubling. But I think when you try to cancel everybody, you numb people to it.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
the boy
Sure.
that cried wolf. And so that's when you do anything too much.
We do it with racist, Nazi. We call
Well, dude,
Jews Nazis now.
Louis and Aziz got swept in with that fucking Weinstein and Cosby thing, and they shouldn't have.
Worst. Aziz lost
I remember,
that show.
I
because
remember
of that.
CNN did a thing where it was like people who have been canceled this year, and it was Cosby, Weinstein, and Shane Gillis. And I was like, this is like an SAT question. Which one doesn't belong here?
Right.
That's horrible.
It's just so fucking unfair.
That's
it's a
so
shame.
ridiculous.
That's horrible. And
When it's a one-size-fits-all condemnation system,
Yes.
it's like this is ludicrous. This is
Right.
completely crazy.
And I want to talk out of turn here, but I will be honest. Like, I'm speaking as a dad with a daughter, but I'll be honest. Like, asking a woman if you can take your dick out is kind of the nicest way to take your dick out. I have a point. Is it kind of the way to look at it?
Literally Swedish law.
Yeah, I mean, literally. It's like, hey, ma'am, do you mind if I take my dick out?
Right.
It's like, I never asked.
As long as it's the wife and not
I think
the
it's one of the
stepdaughter.
funniest
I think
questions ever. Can I? Do you mind if I take my dick out? It's the funniest question a man could ask.
As a father who one day have a daughter who grew up, I can only hope that a guy would say, "Do you mind if I take my dick out?"
Right.
It's a very polite thing to do because usually I've usually just take it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. That was my old.
I kind of liked when the woman was like, "Do you mind taking your dick out?"
Yeah, that's kind of hot.
That's a better. That was a better way, but
I just signed up for their daughter's OnlyFans. That's my. But yeah, it's all topsy turvy and it's tough and it's weird. What's controversial? Like just that statement is controversial.
Yeah,
and you're like, but isn't that kind of normal talk? I don't know.
Well, I did it to be funny, so I don't know what he did. I mean, I wasn't in the room.
Right.
I don't know. He's a great comic.
well, you know what? I talked to like old timers who said that was the way. Like I talked to dudes that were like back in like the day. You would be on a date and you would like if you pulled it out, it was like the fucking.
I don't know about that.
No.
In the restaurant?
No.
When you got home.
No. I'm saying what you said.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it was like, hey, what are we doing with this?
Oh yeah.
But I got to be honest with you, and I'm serious. I could not. For me, I was always had to be like she had to be the aggressor. I was always afraid.
I was like that too, but you still can't deny the fact that like nobody asked. I still didn't ask. It was just like I took it out. We were like, she got undressed. I took it out.
Yeah, but I think there's.
Well, that's different. If she's getting undressed, you take your dick out.
But there's a read in a room. Right, there's
yeah, you got to read the room.
You got to know the feeling's right to do that, and
I've never taken out when a woman.
That's 100% right.
Right.
But I also never politely asked, which is very nice.
Yeah.
For me, they asked me to take it out, and then I do, and then they're mad.
Yeah.
Because they're like, that's it? Jesus, you want me to be queefing all night?
Nothing was worse than Aziz's.
Yeah, that was
But I
crazy.
tell you, the only reason he got in trouble was he was wearing the fucking Me Too pins.
That's what got him.
You gotta be quiet. He was wearing the Me Too pins at the Oscars and shit. It's like, look, if you like the fish hook,
It was the very
keep that shit
beginning
on the
too.
down
It was
low.
also the very beginning of it. It was a very.
But it fucked him up. Like he said, he
I remember.
looked for ways to kill himself and all that.
It's brutal. He lost that show. That show was great.
No, it came back.
Was it Master of
No,
None?
but he got kicked off the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was removed from the show because he fish hooked the girl.
And that's what kills me is it's about compassion and being not like if you call a gay guy a homo, you'll get crucified. But like, how is that what they did to Aziz not inconsiderate and immoral and mean?
Yeah,
that's a different kind of mean.
I think nuance and there's layers to this shit, and I think he was kind of made an example of. I think it's.
But that's not nice. I mean, it's cruel.
No,
I'm
not saying it's. I'm not all saying it's okay. I think it was like the beginning of a lot of pent up anger. And none of this has been dealt with. And I mean, I think Aziz was dealt with before Harvey Weinstein, which I'm like, I might be fucking up the timeline here, but like, maybe we deal with the predator first. I don't know.
No, Aziz was the worst one because nobody read that article and thought he was wrong. Not one person read that article and was like...
Well, it wasn't on a real article. It was on Babe.net.
I know, but it still got him canceled from the show, which is crazy.
Sure.
It still messed up his career. It still was...
He's back,
his
though.
parents had to know what he likes to do. It's like that girl did a messed up thing. That's a wrong thing she did.
I think this works both ways, though. Like, right? I completely agree with you. The Aziz thing was insanely fucked up, but then, like, rape laws are insanely fucked up. The fact that, like, try getting an order of protection in certain states when a dude has actually... Try prosecuting a dude who's actually raped you. It's insanely hard.
Bad.
So I agree with you, but I think it works both ways. I mean... Yeah, I didn't think this was going to get this heavy, but we're 2.5 hours into a podcast.
Yeah, we've been drinking heavily.
There's nowhere to go but this.
But
I kind of like it.
I think it works both ways as well. I think, as I agree with you, Aziz got fucked, but like, it is insanely hard, prosecuting rape.
Yes. No one believes you. And even the cops are like, what were you wearing? Were you asking for it? There's a lot of that, especially in the 80s. It was insane. The 90s were insane.
It's very bad.
There's definitely an overcorrection, but as long as we can realize it's an overcorrection.
That's what we got to do now.
But we should be, I think,
the guy who gets corrected.
I think all I'm saying is, and this is going to sound preachy, but like, get just as angry as the dudes who are maybe still touring and selling out 2 shows at the Beacon.
I'm very angry at that.
You know?
People are
I'm not
angry
going to
at
that
guy.
show. You know who is going to that show, ironically?
Who?
Ladies.
Yeah. Well, I'm opening.
It's not a neat and clean world.
But yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like when women yell at us about the WNBA. It's like, ladies, We're not watching either way.
And guess what?
And neither are you.
I watch more WNBA than you do, bitch.
Exactly.
I love Breonna Stewart. Liberty or Stack this year. Let's fucking go.
I watched the fucking
I mean, that's where I draw the line.
Really?
That's where I draw the line. But
well, let's plug some dates. Where are you guys going to be coming up?
when does this come?
When is this? Let's put this out before the one we just did, 'cause this has been a banger. June 11th. So yeah, Paul, where are you gonna be?
June 11th. June 11th. I'm gonna be at I'll be at Side Splitters.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna
Great
be at.
club.
I'm
One of
gonna
my
be.
favorite
Hold on.
clubs.
I'm gonna be at. Yeah, I'll be at Side Splitters June 15th to the 17th. Check me out. Then the next two in June, I'm gonna be Houston Improv and Dallas Improv. All dates at paulvirzi.com. Is that 3 podcasts? Can I plug those?
Plug them.
I got the Virzi Effect podcast, which is now in studio doing great. I got Bone to Pick podcast with Bobby Kelly. Anything Better with Bill Burr. And Nocturnal Admissions is on Netflix right now. You guys can check that out, man. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Support both these guys. Great comics, great dudes. Go see them on the road. Watch all their stuff.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, nobody's listening probably still by now, but just go to my website.
They are. They're definitely listening.
Got loads of dates. But the next one I'll be at is the Wilbur in Boston. Please help me sell the rest of those tickets.
One of the best clubs, one of the best theaters in the country.
Easily.
And then the Paramount in Long Island, August 17th.
Nice.
And then a bunch of other dates.
I saw Wise Guys there too, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Wise
Blue
Guys.
Room's great. Yeah,
That's a great. Calgary's killer. Don't sleep on Calgary.
Dude, Wise Guys Utah might be one of my favorites ever.
Great. Toronto, you got there. Red Bank, the Vogel. These are great rooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vogel. Love the Vogel.
Cobb's.
San Francisco, Sony Hall, New York. Just go to YannisPappasComedy.com and my podcast, The Yannis Pappas Hour.
Hell yeah. Where you at, Sammy?
Denver, Santa Fe, San Antonio, Houston. We just added a bunch of shit. We got Montreal coming, Providence, Northampton, Massachusetts, Burlington, Vermont. Not Syracuse. We didn't do that. We're doing Albany instead. I like my life, so I decided to make that change. Toronto, all over. Phoenix, we just added. A lot of California dates. Cincinnati, Columbus, Indianapolis. So much good stuff coming up. Buy Bodega Cat Whiskey at bodegacatwhiskey.com. Norman, what's going on, dude?
I'll be in Australia for a little more time. Come out and say hello. We're selling like hotcakes out there. And then I'm coming back to do an American tour. Milwaukee, Des Moines, Los Angeles, New Orleans, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisville, San Diego, Cincinnati, Springfield, Chesterfield, Missouri, Hershey, PA, D.C., Oklahoma, Dallas, Portland, Maine, Providence, you name it. Get some Bodega Cat. Get some shirts. We got a Rick and Morty over there.
I love this one. This one made me happy. I just saw this before the show.
Check out our specials. July 25th for Netflix. We got Mom Love.
Check out my specials online. Mom Love, thank you.
Nocturnal Admissions, Netflix.
Hell yeah.
These are 2 real deal comics. Support them. Check them out on the road. Watch their shit.
Thank you, guys.
We don't have people on the show we don't respect a ton.
Appreciate you.
So,
yeah.
Classic episode. This was like, 3 hours? How long was
it
this?
3? No.
2:20. All right.
All right. Felt like 3.
What's the record?
Where are you going to be, Danny? You beer Jew?
I'm still at Say Less in Midtown and Good Room in Greenpoint, so come out. I'll make you a drink.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks. We'll see you in hell and support Aziz. We'll see you at the Beacon.
We'll see you at the Beacon.
Sunday's the day for my next offender. A bit of Pivarek, the beer juice close. I've had a little too much bourbon, and Norman's talking shit about the fucking Pope. And I get down in the same way. Up on the